dried up like Hibana. I want like a full transcript. If anybody can find the lyrics to this song online, I want a full transcript of these lyrics because I'm really, you know what? I could probably do it. I bet you I could do a quick Google search and find it. Hold on. This is Tales of Arise theme song lyrics. Let's see what that gets me. Oh. Yes, I found the actual lyrics to the music. It took like one brief Google search. You came here to stalk me during my last hour at work. You can only listen though, no watchies. Don't worry, I'll give you all the ASMR you desire, Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Hello, it is me, Waffles. Okay, wait. Oh, I'm going to the lyrics. I want to feel your heart right now. You are the place, my only hope. Then it's just a bunch of Japanese. Oh, just like the flowers that bloom and fall, repeat over and over again. That's what it's saying? You could have fooled me. Okay, I lost the lyrics. What is he saying there? Is he saying we fucking accept destiny? I lost the lyrics. The lyrics weren't very presented in a very readable way because it shoved the Japanese in there too, so I lost my place. I want to feel your heart right now. You are the place, my only hope. I want to know what they're saying when they say we fucking accept destiny. Oh, they're literally saying, oh, because the song is called Hibana. So when it comes to the chorus right here. He's literally saying sparks just like Hibana. I was actually on, when I said Hibana, I was actually 100%, that's exactly what he's saying. It's not English, he's saying Hibana. Oh. It's called Hibana. The way he pronounces it is Hibana. It's the intro song to Tales of Arise. So what is he saying when he says we fucking accept destiny? Because I really need to know. This isn't it. This isn't the song. This is a different song. Although this, I do like the second theme song. It is very wholesome. Okay, I want to feel your heart right now. You are the place my own. I know. Yeah, we can one day. We spark like flowers in the sky. No matter where, I'm by your side. I know.
I want to feel your heart right now. You are the place, my only hope.
Okay, hold on. Sorry. It's gonna take a little bit before we start the stream. It's just I need to know. Just needs to know. I'm barely breathing and beaten to the ground. Okay, but each and every time we all stand up. That's what they're saying there. Stop lying to yourself and be true to yourself. And then maybe we both can exceed destiny. That's what he's saying. We both can exceed destiny. That does not sound like we both can exceed. We both can exceed. Like, you really have to, like, speed up the both. Like, both has to become, instead of 2 syllables, it has to become 1 syllable for that to work. We both can exceed destiny. Hibana is a mixture of the words fire and flower. Oh, okay. I'm still saying it's we fucking accept destiny. That's what he's saying. There's no doubt about it. Oh gosh. All right, I'll get my camera up. I'll get my camera going, and then we can actually, we're going to space now. We did pretty much every side quest in existence, and we're ready for space. We found a spaceship. So it's just straight up a Japanese word that they just shoved in the English lyrics. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Excuse me. Alright, let's go. Let's go to space. Yeah, we're in a very wholesome part of the game. The transition period between staying on this planet and going to the massive Death Star that is ready to nuke our entire planet. Although we did stop the laser, eating the planet, so that's good. I totally am Straw Hat Gang.
The end of the world.
It still has straw hats.
That's hard to believe, isn't it?
I believe Shion is telling the truth. What about you?
As a friend, yes, I want to believe her. Everything that's happened seems to point towards some sort of great danger that's lurking ahead of us. Still, it's hard to fathom something that could usher outright doom to the world. That those really are the stakes we face.
No, I understand. Even Shion doesn't seem to know exactly what will happen to bring it all about.
We have so many pieces of the puzzle in our hands, so many clues, yet the complete picture eludes us.
Well, the complete
So where do
picture,
our thorns
I can
fit
tell
in
you,
then?
is the
Well,
world dies
I
unless
imagine
we
they
go
must
kick
sit
some
at the very
ass.
center of it all. You remember the voice we all heard while we were inside the wedge, don't you?
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, totally,
It was the
definitely.
will of Dana's astral energy come to life. Or that's what we all thought.
Right.
Was it?
And from that, we're able to hypothesize.
I mean,
how
we
vast
heard, like, that
concentrations of
mysterious
astral
voice, but
energy
it
can
wasn't-
become sentient. Let's return to when we found Shion in Pelagian. When her thorns went wild, they contained far more astral energy than any mere Renin would normally have inside them.
So you think those thorns might be alive too? That their will is what keeps her from dying? But why would they want to destroy the entire world?
Sure, why isn't just everything alive? That's
for
alive,
that,
this is alive, everything's
I really
alive, it's
cannot
trying to
say
kill
for
us.
certain. Its goals still remain a mystery.
I mean, to be fair, there's
Maybe
literally
a mere
rocks
fluke
trying to
that her
kill
maiden
us.
powers
There's
have been
plants
able to
trying to kill
contain
us.
it thus
Everything
far.
is literally trying to kill us constantly.
You know, I've noticed since we've met that you
So
like
technically,
figuring out
everything's
riddles.
alive. In this
Can you
universe.
blame me? When one realizes that the world they once thought to be true is but a mere facade, they can't help but seek the truth. Especially when that deception has led to others getting hurt.
Aw.
So, Halim?
I imagine the remaining pieces of the puzzle that we seek rest somewhere within Lenegus. As for what the final picture will look like, who can say? I think it's best we not dwell on it too much for the time being.
Let's not think about it and go kick some butt. That's
Right.
literally what he's saying. That's enough thinking. Let's go kick some butt. Can we see the moon from here? I don't know if we can. I don't think we can see the super moon. I think it's hiding behind the giant hurricane cloud.
How you holding up?
Who, me?
Yes, you. You took a hit from those
You're
thorns
literally
again,
the only
didn't you?
person within
Oh, that?
earshot.
That was nothing.
Compared to what Shion's going through, you mean? Still, even if you yourself might be willing to endure that kind of pain, that doesn't mean Shion wants to have to see you get hurt by her thorns, you know?
Yeah, I know. I'll be careful.
Shion doesn't know how lucky she is to have you around, you know? Dashing in to save her at the last minute.
Yeah, very funny.
I'm being
Aw.
serious. You went up and held her close like you still had that mask on, and you didn't even bat an eye. She really needed that.
That's right, he did.
That's what I mean
Gave
when
her
I
a
said you
big,
saved her.
painful ass
Just like
hug.
you did
Very
with the rest
painful
of
hug.
us.
I just want for Shion what we all have. The ability to touch someone without the fear of killing them. Those thorns have robbed
Fair
her of the
enough.
kind of everyday things we all take for granted. And it's not right.
You can say that again. It may be normal for us, but that doesn't make it any less special or important for her. I hope she gets what she wants.
She just wants
I have my
hugs.
own dreams,
She literally just wants
But
hugs.
a world without her, where she dies so we can all survive, isn't a world I want to live in.
Literally, her
Agreed.
character is, I just want
It's like
hugs.
more and more keeps getting taken from her, and I'm done with it.
We're gonna go fix the thorns. We're gonna go fix them. We're gonna fix them. Oh, hi, Law. Hello. Oh, I can't get over his outfit. Don't we all? Everybody just wants hugs. Yeah. I just want a game that's entirely hug-based. Where you, instead of like fighting enemies, you just run up and hug them, and you have to like strategically hug them in the most optimal way. The game could be called Gimme Hugs.
Did you know?
You mean about Shion?
It'd be the most
Yeah,
wholesome game
I didn't
ever.
have the slightest idea. I mean, every once in a while I thought something seemed a little off, but I never could have imagined.
It's about goddamn freaking time,
It's
Waffle.
like a completely different
Weenies.
world
Hi,
was spinning
Tama.
around me and I couldn't even see it.
Hello
and
to
me
you
both.
too. It's
I knew
Fuzzy
something
wanted
was
hugs
bothering
and you
her,
said
but
no.
I could never quite figure out
Well,
what it was.
Fuzzy's hugs also came with
You? But you're the one always
with a
looking out for
brain-sucking
her,
tiny
aren't
mouth
you?
that ate
That's
your
what I
innards.
thought.
So, you
In
know,
reality, I didn't understand.
there's a
it
little
all.
bit of give and take there.
What I thought was helping and being there for her was actually
That's
just
literally the
driving
premise
her
of
into a
Undertale.
corner.
Yeah, you're not
At least
wrong.
you figured
Like
it out in time though, right?
legit, that's
don't think
that's
we're
why
out of the
Undertale
woods
is
yet.
the best.
But yeah, you're right. We brought her back from the edge, and we're going
Literally,
to
you
stop those thorns
you
from
go through the
taking
game
her.
just hugging everyone
No matter
until you
what.
can hug people
Yeah,
anymore,
with
and
all
then
of us together, there's nothing we can't handle.
and then the spoilers.
Shion, the world, we can
it
save
sucks when you can't hug
everyone.
them anymore.
And I mean it when I say we, Alvin.
I know. No lone wolfing it.
Hey, you're the expert on what my dad would say. Do you think he'd pat me on the back or tell me off?
He'd punch.
Zephyr, I
That's what he'd do. He'd
don't
punch.
think that he'd have that much to say, to be honest.
Yeah, he'd just punch.
You're your own man now, Law. And you've already made up your own mind about what you want.
I guess he couldn't say anything even if he wanted to.
Because he's dead.
Sorry. I guess those of us amongst the living have enough
Wow.
problems to deal with.
Oh, this is
don't
pretty.
we?
Wow,
We'll need
Jesus.
all our strength to save Shion. I'll probably end up worrying again at some point. But I guess I'll think it over.
He couldn't
more
say
then.
anything even if he wanted to,
Okay.
because he's dead.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, Law.
Can't sleep?
After everything we just heard, how could I?
Fair enough.
Shion's had to deal with so much on her own. Even when we were all laughing and celebrating, she just kept quiet and didn't say anything. I thought she was keeping her distance because of her thorns. That it was because she didn't want to hurt anybody by getting too close.
Well, that's also kind
I
of
just
true.
figured that that was the type of
Literally, her
person she
thorns
was,
were a boss
you know?
we had to fight.
But it turned out to be none of that. All this time, she felt like she had to die and sacrifice herself for the greater good. But even then, she didn't think she could say anything to us about it.
I know.
She was
Aw.
so alone this entire time. How could I call her a friend and yet be so completely blind to everything she was going through?
I'm sure it made her happy.
The racism
knowing
might
we were
have
there for
blocked
her.
your viewpoint a little bit during the
think
early
so?
stages of the game. Just saying.
Yeah, I
just
do.
throw that out
She
there.
didn't
Might
think
have
of
had
us as
something to do
friends.
with it.
I don't think she could have ever opened up to us like that. You were a good friend to her before, and you'll be an even better one. now.
Man,
Yeah.
at the start,
I really hope
were
so.
you? I don't
I
know
want
if
to
you
be
were.
the best I can for her.
I mean, you
When
are
you think about
now.
it, we were all alone in our own way. But over time, we've all found ways to let each other into our lives. I hope Shion's able to do that one day too. No, I mean, I hope she's able to do that more. Lots and lots more. I think it'd be really nice if we could all just be there to support each other when it really
Hugs.
counts. And forget about our grudges and pain.
Yeah, we all just get
Well.
hugs. Just hugs. Just a big group hug together.
Let's go and save the world. Let's go find this lady in red who's you know, fighting all of us. Let's just give her a big hug. Let's just go find her, hug her, and love her, and then everything will be fine.
Hey, you doing all right?
I seem to cause nothing but worry. As much as I try to look like I have things under control, everyone still worries about me.
You're not the only
let me
one.
just tell you this, Shion. It is never in one point of this game or this story looked like you had anything under control.
Hey,
Shion is
do you
literally
remember the first time you said I was
the
your
most
friend?
out of control.
No.
You almost literally shot
When
one
was
of our
that?
party members in the head
Sorry,
when you
I
first
can't
met him.
remember.
You were just like, "There's a guy, shoot him!" Pfft.
That's okay. It came so naturally to you, I'm not surprised you forgot. I was different back then. The Danans were not even people to me,
They were
and I knew
merely
I would always be
ants.
alone. But in
They
that
were
room
nothing
with
to
Deadeye,
me.
when you called me your friend,
We are getting
Just-
towards the end, yeah.
shattered the
I
wall
assume
that I built
so.
up around me.
Kind of ish.
Because until that moment,
I'm only like level 30
I'd only
something.
seen you as a means to an end. I thought of you as a way to use the blazing sword and to obtain the Renis Alma. But after that day,
But we have to be getting
one
close
time
to the end of the
became two.
story, or at least somewhere.
And before I knew it, you'd made a habit of calling me and Donovan
Honestly, I
your
couldn't tell you.
friends. It didn't matter that we were Renans. You cared about us as you would any other people.
Astra!
Everyone else started
Time
to
for
call
a
me their
snack,
friend
don't.
too.
No.
To think of me as their friend. Before then,
Time for a
I
snack.
never even dreamed I could have that.
No. Astra, how was your stream?
I didn't want to die and lose you all. But I also didn't want to live if it meant you would all die in my place.
Shion.
But then I realized
You guys rated it just the
I'd only
wholesome
really been
moment.
thinking of myself that entire
The
time.
most wholesome of moments.
After saying how I
I
felt
want to be hit by a car.
and hearing what you all had to say, I finally understood that.
And there we go.
Don't worry, it's okay. I'm not planning on dying anymore. I've met too many people along the way who I truly care about to give in now.
Yeah. Let's go all hug
So
each
I'll
other,
fight.
except for you, Shion. You
For
don't get
Dana
hugs
and for
because
myself.
you
I'll fight
literally
against my
hurt
fate
everybody
to
you
preserve
hug.
our
But you know, you can
And I'll
hug
win,
like
on
a
hell or high water.
maybe we all make stuffed animals
I don't
of
know how we're
ourselves,
going
like
to do it,
body pillows.
but I
we
won't
make
let
body
the world
pillows of
end
ourselves, so
because
she
of
can
me.
hug those.
It's going to be a long, hard road ahead, Shion. Our fight won't be over until everyone, both Danans and Renans, can finally live in peace. But I swear I'll be there with you until the very end.
Yeah.
You couldn't find diamonds though. Oh
Thank
no.
you.
I don't want to even think
Remember
about
what
how
we
hard
learned back
diamonds
in
are to
Calaglia?
find with the new changes to
There's
Minecraft.
no wall so high that we can't break it down.
Yeah,
Does strip mining not work
I think
anymore?
you may be right about that.
My stream's been, I mean, we've only been streaming for like, maybe 20 minutes. I kind of started a little late. I had to do a whole bunch of stuff beforehand, and
Everyone well rested?
it was just a little late, but we're fine
Then
now.
let's go. We depart for Lenegis.
We depart for Lenegis. Okay. All right. Before we go into Lenegis, before we go into the next thing, we are gonna. I know this is crazy. I know this is insane. But I'm gonna go default character models. We're gonna go full-on story mode up in here. But then I discovered this. Holy shit. I may take that back. Oh, what is happening? Is this a Harvest Moon outfit? When did I get this? And why have I not discovered this until now? No! Oh, I wanted to go full story mode, but can I resist the farmer's clothes? Oh, I don't know if I can. I don't think we're almost done with the game because there's literally an entire like costume change there's a lot of things in the new opening sequence that hasn't happened yet. So I'm guessing there's still a lot to go. But We'll go default. We'll go default armor for this one. Okay, I don't actually know what her default outfit is, to be honest. I don't remember. So I'm gonna assume it's... I think she changed it. I think she changed it at one point. Yeah, she got this outfit for a while. But I think she went back to Noble Scarlet. Yeah, we'll just do that. Okay. And then her weapon skin, we'll put it as the normal one. Can someone tuck me in, please? Waffles is streaming so late, my body is saying no. Night-night, Tama. Sleep well. Sleep well, Tama. Don't let the monsters get you. Okay, I don't remember what. I don't remember. Rich in history, power is woven in the clothing past. I'll just leave it as the... I like the dark blue. I like the dark blue a little better. Yeah. Okay, I'll take out the straw hat. As much as I love the straw hat gang. No, I feel so... Oh, I feel so... No, oh god. Do we revert Law back to his default form? Do we revert Law? Oh. Oh. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see what happens. Oh, I hate it. It's so painful. It's so painful to look at. His real face. No, get out of here, Law. No, all right, we move on. Move on to the next character.
Just accept the funnies, Waffles.
Just accept the funnies. No, I want to go. You know, for once. Okay, we've got to have one moment in this game. We got to have one moment where the characters aren't derpy as derpy as shit. Oh wait, she's still got the straw hat. Okay, hold on. There we go. I just want to have that one good cutscene, you know? Because we're entering a very wholesome part of the game, right? If we're entering a wholesome part of the game, I want that one good shot of the characters before I fuck it all up with end game derpiness. Because let's be real here. I am going to 100% equip all the most endgame derpiness I can once I reach the final armors and things. Like that farmer's outfit. Oh, so beautiful. I can't wait till everybody's got a farmer's outfit. Also, I'm seeing... So, Frazzler, you have redeemed the stretchies and the hydrate. Oh, I've got a special hydrate. I'll be right back. Hold on. Give me 1 second to BRB, guys. I've got something special for hydration. I've got Ramune? I think it's called Ramune. Guessing from what I know about Japanese, it's called Ramune. It's the one where you put the little thing in the top and then you have to like slap it through. I've never had one before. So I thought I would try it because I saw it at the grocery store, and even when I was in Japan, didn't have one of these. So I figured I'd try it. I don't know why the Japanese like these things. It just seems like a soda that's harder to open to me, but that's why I'm gonna discover things. That's why we're learning things. Okay, so how do I? Okay, I've got this. In the neck of the bottle is 2 little glass ridges. Okay. Okay, how do I open this? I've got this thing, right? I don't know what this thing does. I know the top's got like a thing, and I'm supposed to put this top into there, and I'm supposed to slap it down. Therefore, holding the glass ball so it doesn't block the neck of the bottle while drinking. Okay. Okay, so this peels off into this little piece of plastic right here. Can I go big screen? Hold on, we're gonna go big screen. Can I go big screen? Somebody give me permission. Okay, here we go. So there's this, and then I put it right here, right? And do I just slap it down? Is that how it works? Used to play through Divinity 2 with a straw hat at all times. You were obsessed with the hat? Yeah, straw hat king for life. Love me a straw hat. I actually haven't. Wait, hold on. You know, I've been missing out on an opportunity. While we're playing this game, straw hat gang. I have a straw hat in real life. I could have been living my straw hat fantasies the whole time, and I didn't even realize it. Slap so hard the whole bottle explodes, please. Okay, we're gonna we're gonna say, I don't know how hard to slap it though. It's like a glass ball? What the heck? Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna hold it real tight. Uh-oh, it's fizzing over. Okay, it's fizzing. It's not fizzing over, though. Is that it? Oh, it's got a little glass ball in there. Yep, that's soda, all right. That's definitely strawberry flavored soda pop. Tastes very good. It tastes good. It tastes delicious. I don't know what difference the marble really makes. I don't know, other than like it's fun to. Is it like a Pringles thing? Like once you pop, the fun don't stop, or something like that? I mean, it's like a 20-ounce bottle that you can't close. It's just permanently open forever now. I don't understand the significance of the marble ball, but it tastes good. You can slap it if you want. Just push it. Well, we didn't push it. We slapped it. Because let's be real, if I can slap a bottle open, I'm gonna slap it. That's what's gonna happen. Ramen is so good. Yes, it's strawberry. It tastes pretty good. Now it's permanently open, so I better drink all of it, I guess. Thank you for redeeming the hydrate. I was waiting for somebody to redeem a hydrate so I could open this and try it out. Okay, let's get into the wholesome, serious part of the story. Controller died. Controller. There we go. Okay, here we go. Bring chat back up real quick. Scuff should redeem say nice things to text-to-speech lady. Text-to-speech lady. You beautiful, beautiful soul, robot, AI, extension of Twitch chat's will. You are so beautiful. In my mind, you wear a straw hat. So pure. So enchanting that no one can resist its allure.
I need something to eat.
Shut up, Alphen. We're trying to say nice things. You're not helping. Ahem. So beautiful its allure that even though it's made up of ones and zeros, to me, it's made up of pure straw. The most beautiful straw that's ever been. Straw.
Oh, Waffles, you sexy being. Those words are so nice. I want to have some time with just you tonight.
And it's so fantastic and great. And
Oh, Waffles,
yeah, you're so.
You make my CPU flutter. I will watch you forever and ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. A stry 5 blink, a stry 5 blink, a stry 5 blink.
And ever. And ever. And ever. Help. Guys, help. Oh, she's got my computer hostage. Don't. Anyways, she's so beautiful. Your straw hat is so pretty. Text-to-speech lady. I love it. It's very attractive. We're gonna focus on the game now. That's been my say nice things to TTS lady. Give me a second. I knocked something off my desk.
I don't have a straw hat. Who is this other woman, Waffles? Are you
Moving
cheating
on,
me?
moving on. Anyways, look, Starship, take off. Yeah, okay, we've got a ship now. I just want to point out this entire game has just been like running around and then spaceship. We've just been running around on this planet. I know we knew there were spaceships, but now we have spaceship. We have a spaceship. Back to the wholesome game that has nothing to do with sexy robots. So far. Yet. And we're continuing. Thank you for the 100 biddies, Scuffstra, to make text-to-speech lady say those beautiful things. Really appreciate it. Biddies well spent. Yeah. Also, I see
will
what
be
they say.
watching.
Happy Lick.
We will be talking about this sexy robot you have replaced me with after stream.
Look what you did, chat. Chat, look what you've done. Look at what you've done. Now I have to deal with this after
Well,
stream.
it's the moment of truth.
I need a sip of ramen to deal with this.
This lady better hold together once we're up in the air.
Law, don't say that. You're going to jinx us.
Speaking of which, Alphen, this bucket of bolts got a name?
There's one thing the marble does, and that's stop you
A
from
name?
getting a decent sip of the drink.
You
The
know, I'm
marble
not
like
sure she
blocks
ever
it
had
off.
one. I never really thought about it.
Well, after all the trouble we went through to find her, we should give her one, right? I was thinking something like...
Fall Nights.
Huh?
It means owl in the ancient tongue. Literally, the one drawn to
Is
the
our ship
skies.
literally going to be the owl ship?
I like
That's
it.
amazing.
Sounds perfect for our little escapade.
Why is everything in this
Not
game
sure
owl?
I'm
The
completely
owls actually are
convinced,
the
but,
controllers of
well,
the
it's
universe.
as good a
They're
name as
actually the
any.
watchers of the
From
universe.
now on, she'll be known as the Fall Knights.
The Fortnites.
Okay, people. We have two goals. First, we need to get to Lenegus and make the Renans finally leave Dana alone.
Please, yeah.
And then
I'm innocent.
we
I
need to
just
figure
got
out
here.
the truth behind Shion's thorns and find a way to save her.
I know
Sound good?
nothing. That's true. At least you're the only innocent one.
All right, and let's go.
Everybody else, shame on you. Look what you've done. It is pacing you so that you don't drink too fast. But I don't want to be paced. I want to chug that sugar. I want to get diabetes tonight. Spaceship! Space! Fucking space! Yeah! Tales of spaceships! Other Tales of games, you get flying ships, you get like airships, you get a boat in a few of them. One of them, you get a flying whale that you ride on. This one, spaceship.
I can still hardly believe it.
Believe what?
I mean, just look at it. The whole of existence, crammed inside a tiny frame.
Now that you mention it, I guess you're right. It does look more like a painting than a living, breathing world.
From up here, all the struggles we've been through feel so insignificant.
I would be
Nothing like
losing my
realizing
shit
how
right now.
small
I'm not
you
gonna
are
lie.
to
If
put
I found a
everything into
spaceship and I
perspective.
was in like medieval times and we didn't
Kinda
even know
makes
the
the
Earth
differences
was
between
round,
the Renans and the Danans
I would
feel
be
pretty small
my
too,
mind
huh?
would just be melting.
How much longer until we reach Lenegus?
There are better ways to use your time than napping. We should take a moment to familiarize ourselves with the facilities on board before arrival.
Good idea. The starship may end up serving as our base of operations once we're down there. Think you'll be all right with the controls?
You mean the one set to
I've never
automatic
touched one
pilot?
before. We're just
I dare
going
say I'll
to the
manage.
middle of nowhere
I'm
in
basically
space.
just here to supervise.
In that case, she's all yours.
We just fly into a black hole and that's the end. Your party disbanded.
Everything okay, Shion? You seem a little different.
Different? Like in a bad way different?
No, not at all. You seem more driven lately, like you found a zest for life. It suits you.
Space finally my home. That's true. My celestial home.
No, I was merely thinking how it had been 7 years, that's all.
You mean since you became a lord and left Lenegus? I guess even someone like you can
Can
get
he actually
homesick, huh?
fly it? Or did he have
I am as
like
prone to
minions fly for
sentimentality
it?
as any other. Tell me though, you too have a history with Lenegus. A traumatic one, no less. This trip will probably mean facing up to some difficult emotions.
Wait, this is the wrong thing to
Doesn't that
sip. I'm
frighten
sipping the wrong thing. Hold
Well,
on. I gotta sip the ramen.
It is a place where I took the lives of countless people. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about it. But I can't keep running forever.
We've known that the Earth is
The
round
past
since
is what
long
it
before
is.
medieval
There's
times.
no changing that. But the future.
Yeah, I mean, the Greeks figured it out,
I
but
see.
let's be real. A peasant working
Totally.
on some
Forgive
corn,
me.
or you
I
know,
was
a
wrong to
slave in this
There are more
game
pressing
working
matters to
on
address.
rocks,
Come back and speak to me when you finish looking around the ship.
mining. They don't. I doubt they knew the Earth was round, and I doubt they cared. I doubt they even bothered to learn that. They're like, as you know, are you ever gonna see like a couple of kilometers from this place? Probably not. The things you need to know are, here's how to plant wheat. That's about it.
We'll be going
The,
to
the
Lenegus soon.
smart people knew.
This must feel like a homecoming of sorts to you, huh?
But like,
What was life? on
80%
Lenegus
of the
like back
population
then?
was
You know, before you came to
agricultural,
Dana.
rural people who probably
Let's
didn't
just
know.
say, I don't have many happy memories. I've had thorns my whole life, for as long as I can remember. They called it treatment, but in truth, they were just using me as a guinea pig for their research.
You mean they experimented on you?
That's right. All I was to them was a
Duh.
riddle to solve. They
We
poked
already
and
knew
prodded
that.
me, trying to figure out what triggered my thorns or changed the form they took. Day in and day out, every
They just
single
hugged me
day,
constantly.
one test after
So many
another.
hugs.
I'm still surprised they
An
didn't try to
insane
dissect me.
amount of hugs.
The look they gave me whenever one of them touched my skin. How could I forget it? Reeling from the pain, like I was a monster or something. Some existence, huh? A blight on any I touched. Helplessly complicit in their pain. I thought things couldn't get any worse.
You feel like I'm making
But
this?
then they did.
Well, why?
I
What
started to
reason
have
would a?
nightmares, visions of the coming
How
apocalypse.
would a peasant? How would someone who just grew up on a farm,
Is it any
didn't
wonder
go
I
to
lacked
school,
a cheery
didn't learn
disposition?
anything? How would they
Unable to
know
so much as touch another
the
soul?
Earth was round?
Loneliness was my best friend. Sure, I survived, but with the knowledge that one day I'd be swallowed up by oblivion. And that's when it hit me. If I was going to die, then it should mean something. If I have to sacrifice myself to save the world, so be it.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you relive that.
No, it's fine.
she-
I'm in a
poor
much better
Shield.
place now.
You say it's your destiny to die so that others
Aw.
can live. But why not the other way around? Why shouldn't we be the ones dying to save you?
Are you crazy? Why would you sacrifice your life for...
That's exactly my point. Why should you have to give up your life just because you drew the short straw in the
The short
destiny
straw hat.
stakes?
The short straw
How is
hat.
that even right? It's that logic that's
Straw
used
Hat
to
is canon.
justify slavery.
She drew the short
as if
straw
some
hat.
of us were just meant to be sacrificed. This struggle was never about saving only ourselves. But that doesn't mean we have to give up our own lives
So kick
to
some
save
booty.
everyone else's either. If we're doing this,
We just have to give everyone the biggest hugs
we're doing
possible.
this to save the
The
world
most
from
powerful,
destruction,
thorny hugs.
then
She
that
could
has
literally
to
kill
include
people by
saving
hugging.
each other as well.
That's a super
A
awesome
world
power.
free
I don't
of
know why she's
sacrifice.
complaining. If I
That's what
could,
you've been fighting for all along, isn't it?
if my entire fighting strategy
Not
was to
just
hug
me.
people until they
We're in this
gave up,
together, remember?
I would
This
be
fight is
all over
yours too,
over
Shion.
that. It would be my
If we're
number
going
one
to
strat.
win,
Run up in the
everyone
middle of a
has to win.
battlefield and just hug him.
There can be no room for losers in this fight. Now I see it. The true nature of our
Why
struggle.
isn't that one of her abilities? Why can't she just run up and go
Losers.
hug?
But that means that a Danon victory over Rena can't be the end. Do you think we can pull it off?
You bet we can pull it off. We have to. It's the only hope we have of things ever changing.
You'd be okay with getting hugged to
Yeah,
death? Yeah,
you're
me
right.
too.
No one's
That's
ever
how I wanna
changed
go
the
out.
future without aiming for the stars. We can do this together.
Oh, she reached her hand out, and I did not accept. Did not accept the hand touch. Do not want thorns, thank you very much. I'm okay without the hand touchies. You'll hug me and nom. What a way to go. Hugged by a
So
celestial
there was a
being and
bored
then
person a long time ago that thought maybe the Earth is round, so he told a friend living a bit further away about his idea when visiting, and a bit later the friend and the original person measured how far the shadow of the local tower would fall plus
plus the height of the tower. With this experiment, they actually determined the circumference of the Earth with like 5 kilometers of deviation of the actual circumference. Yeah, no, I'm not saying people are smart. People were smart all the way back in the day. Like, welcome to local idiot random math dash science facts. People, especially like since way long before we even thought. You know, Romans had like working plumbing and just everything. Like, people were not stupid. I'll definitely say that much. People who had no interest and just worked on a farm and didn't give a shit, they weren't stupid. They were just smart about things besides the Earth being round, or you know, anything beyond their local little like section of the planet, of the neighborhood. There's guys who just, I know everything about blacksmithing, but as soon as I walk like a mile from here, I don't know shit. There was definitely those kinds. There's still those kinds of people. I mean, there's flat earthers today. People are stupid, but a person can be smart. Yeah, I mean, I think everybody's smart in their own individual way. They know a lot about different things. Some people more than others, but, like, I still don't think a peasant who worked on a corn farm or a wheat farm, you know, back in, 1000 AD, even if the idea even slightly crossed their mind that the Earth is just a giant round ball that you're walking around on, until they went to school and they were like, hey, by the way, the Earth is round, and their minds just went. Determination of the Earth's circumference was actually like 5,000 years ago, but the round Earth was not believed for a long time because church go brrr. Yep. Church go brr. Also, yeah, the church was the thing, and they were like, the only thing you need to know is that God is the greatest. Give us money, please. At least the Catholic Church. Back in the day. You collectively a group of persons is stupid, mob mentality is dumb. I guess that's also kind of true.
Alvin, listen to this. So Law and I were just talking, and
Same for the Earth not being the center of the
shut up.
universe. Also church-going.
What's
murder
got
and killing,
Law all
which really
flustered?
nobody believes in.
only that he's afraid of flying, the big baby. And after all that fuss he made about naming the ship,
I don't know if it was
too.
specifically to make sure people
I
didn't
never said
believe
I
it. It
was
was
scared.
just so that
I just think it's, a little unsettling how we're going to be cruising through space in a
I didn't like
glorified
people to
tin
be
can.
educated.
That's all.
It's a starship,
Back in the day,
dummy.
long time
That's
back
what
in
it's
the
supposed to do. I don't think there's anything strange about it.
Well, maybe you're the one with the problem then.
Guys. I'm no expert, but
Are
I
they
think
fighting
we can
again?
trust Ren and technology.
The most in love characters are not
remember.
even Alphen and Shion. The most in love
Oh,
characters
that's a
are
good point.
Law
If you think
and
so,
Rinwell.
Alvin, it must be okay. Don't you agree,
They love
Law?
each other. All they
Hard to
do is
argue with
pick on
that,
each other and
seeing how
fight.
you hitched a ride in one of these things before, Alfred.
Oh, it's so weird seeing
just
them all without the
wrong,
giggle
okay?
glasses. I can't handle it. Oh, I can't handle no giggle glass law. Hi, Slots. I'm doing good. We're in space. We're in space. Sweet space. I've got like a whole spaceship now. What do I do with it? Can I do anything with it? I guess not. I guess we just... At least... The heck? What are those chambers for? Are those, like... for phrasing us during long space voyages?
If you want to reign a country, keep the people dumb, my old math teacher. Also, the Kirch wanted to keep the picture of we are sent by God and supposed to rule over everything alive, and the Earth not being the center of everything is just a bad fact.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I guess the Earth not being the center of everything would definitely be like, no! No, Earth means everything! Meanwhile, the universe is like, I don't give a crap about
Actually,
you.
now that you mention it, not
The
at
universe just like,
all. These starships are
it don't
remarkably
care
smooth
about us
ride,
little
all
specks
things
on this
considered.
planet.
Nothing like being at sea, thank goodness.
Glad to hear it. That device there caught your eye, huh?
I was just wondering what it is. It looks big enough to fit a person inside of it.
It's a freezy chamber.
It's a healing pod.
Or a
fixes
healing pod.
injuries and illnesses.
Okay, that's also cool.
Oh, you don't say. Well, that should definitely come in handy if any of us get injured.
It's the
while
free
we're down
heals.
there. Alphen? Was it something I said?
No, I was just thinking back to when I escaped Lennigus, that's all. What with the ceremony and losing control.
You're gonna call it
was
the
a total
Kirch.
mess. Naori laid me inside here.
So
The Catholic
you're saying
Church.
you got in this thing straight after escaping? But that mean you were inside for 300
It is
years?
Freezy Pod.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
sounds
stuck in
crazy,
Freezy
I know.
Pod.
But don't even ask me why I stayed asleep all that time.
That's definitely
You're tired
quite
sometimes.
some
You just
lying,
gotta sleep for
alright.
300 years. You
But
know?
still,
You're not
whether you
getting
meant
a
to
lot
or
of
not.
sleep in.
I sure am glad that it's this century that you finally woke up in.
What do you mean?
Kirch
With
is
the
now
amount
in
of
session.
fighting
The
we've
Kirch
done,
of
We would have never made it
the
this
Kirch
far
of
without
It's a
you.
cult, actually. Yeah.
And not only that, but
I will
can you
neither
recall back to what it is that I said to you?
I
Back
will
when we
neither
left
accept nor
Menancia?
deny
About the dream of
the-
coexistence and needing to learn what it
the
entailed?
so-called cult that
Of
may or
course.
may not
That's
exist.
why you came with us, right? To learn what you couldn't at home.
Even in that
If you
time,
keep going, you can tell
I
your
was
English
well
teacher
aware
that
that what I was
he
living
is
was a
the one
lie.
that does not
but
know
at the same
English.
time,
He's
I
the
also
one that
felt
does not know
really
English,
compelled
not
to
me.
fulfill my brother's wishes.
If you go
I'll
on
always
long enough,
remember him fondly.
language
But the
changes.
coexistence we're fighting for isn't for him. It's for people now, and those still to come. The world's bigger than just Menancia. My dream is for all Danans, wherever they might be. To
Also,
be free.
multiple worlds.
If
Also,
I've
like
learned
literally
anything on this
two
journey,
sister
it's
planets
that.
revolving around each other.
And the one who brought me along was you, Alphen. I'll forever be grateful to you.
Well, we're not out of this forest just yet.
Hogs.
You should probably save your
Huggies?
thanks. At least, until we've dealt with the Red
Yes.
Woman.
I know,
I'm not gonna lie.
but whatever we
Kisara
find
Mama's
when we
best
get down
character.
there,
I love
I'm
Kisara
through
Mom.
looking the other way.
Kisara.
Probably getting a little ahead of myself, huh? Let's take things one step at a time.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, what is that? Nightbot Nightbot tried to spank you, but it couldn't. Nightbot has no power here.
Is everyone about ready? We'll soon be making preparations to land.
Space. To land? Wow, that was
Before
a
we do that,
fast
what
spaceship.
exactly
That was
should we
like
expect when we get down there?
we just traveled to the moon in like
Now that I think of it, I don't know the first thing about Lennigus.
5 minutes.
I'd like to hear more too. It's been centuries since I was last there, and they didn't exactly give me the grand tour.
Very well. First and foremost, Lennigus is was the base of operations in charge of the crown contest on Dana. Of course, it also happens to be a city in its own right, complete with its own independent
Hell
society.
yeah, Sir Frazer.
Its social structure is based on a strict hierarchy. Put simply, the strength of an
Oh,
individual's
I'm so
astral
jealous.
arts
I wish
carries
I had
great
one.
weight.
That would be amazing.
Enough to determine someone's social rank, you
I
mean?
print little mini waffles.
But astral
I'm not
arts
gonna
are
lie.
innate, right?
Would 100%
So people's
paint
positions are
little mini
fixed at
waffles like
birth.
this.
They can be honed with the right training, and there are admittedly other factors at play. But yes, that's basically the gist. As a result, family lines that churn out lords and their contenders wield disproportionate influence, and those lineages are treated as nobility.
Those capable of only weak astral arts are effectively an underclass, denied the right to
Oh,
descend to
so if you
Dana
can't
even
do
if they wanted
magic,
to.
you is low peasant.
Still,
You
even
only
the
cool
lowest
if
rung on
you
the Renan
is can do
ladder is
magic.
considered superior to being a Danon. Keep that in mind down there.
Thanks for the warning. As a lord, Dohalim must have been pretty high up in the pecking
Oh,
order,
so we're
right?
going to the elite
What
society.
about you, Shion?
They're going to look down on us. Be like,
Come
I
on,
will
you've
not,
seen
I
her skill with
refuse to
astral
talk to
arts.
you,
You really need to ask?
otherworldly
Fair
peasant.
point.
On arts alone, you're right. I'd have been sitting pretty. But you're forgetting my thorns. They weren't exactly an invitation to high society.
Oh, so I thought she was kind of high up on the social ladder.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's refreshing to be around someone
thought she
who
was like a
says what they're
noble.
thinking. Life's less complicated that way.
Apparently not.
Jeez, give backhanded compliments much?
Wait a second. Are you? He is! Lost blushing!
I am not!
Of course, separating people into castes based on something arbitrary like arts is discrimination at its worst. As if such simplistic criteria could ever be a measure of someone's worth.
I don't know, being able
So
to
this
shoot a
red
massive
woman,
water stream
are we
out of your
expecting to
hands
find
at a
her on
moment's
Lenegus?
notice is actually pretty
I would wager
badass.
so. Lenegus is
That's
too
a
deeply
that's a
involved
better
in all this to
criteria
discard the
than what they did
possibility.
have for
Chances are
class
she's also connected
differences
to
over the
Renis Alma
years.
being stolen from us in Pelegion.
Let's be
If the
real.
Renis
If one
Alma is being
person
used to exploit
could
Dana, we need to
power an
take it back
entire
at all
city with
costs.
electricity arts, and another
that red
person
woman's
couldn't.
got a lot to answer for. Just as well I've got a ton of questions.
It'd be totally different.
We're about to land.
We have a 3D printer
The
at school,
descent
and
could
you're
be a little
considered
bumpy,
hijacking to
so
print a
brace
small waffle
yourselves.
with me, so.
If there are clues about your
I need
thorns
this
out
for
there,
important
Shion,
reasons.
We'll find them.
What important reasons could you possibly? I need to print a flexing waffle. It's very important. There's time zones not only for full. Ooh, space! It's time zones not only for full hours, but for 30 and 45 minutes, and the time zones actually range from negative 12 hours to 14 plus 14 hours. Jeez. What? There's time zones for an extra 30 minutes? That's. What?
There's no one here. I wasn't expecting a welcome mat, but still.
Lenegus's infrastructure is largely automated. Besides, people won't be expecting incoming traffic while the crown contest is still underway.
They just.
Do you think
nobody
anyone
here.
realizes that we're here?
The worst
We may not
security
have
ever.
received a royal welcome, but I doubt our entrance went unnoticed. Don't let your guard down.
I really hope we don't have to fight anybody
It's
while
like
we're
if we
here.
landed on the Death Star and there was 0 stormtroopers.
So now what? We've come all this way on a hunch that this red woman is here, right? And if we're lucky, the Renis Alma too. Any idea where we should start looking?
I keep having to sip this ramen because
There is an area of
I can
the
only
city
get
that
like
is
a little
accessible
tiny
only to
bit
the
of
sovereigns,
moisture out of every
known as
sip.
the Forbidden Zone.
It's
That seems
actually
as good a
kind
place
of.
as any for us to start.
I want more.
Forbidden? What are they hiding?
I don't know, hence my desire to find out. Fortunately, we just so happen to have a sovereign in our midst. In any case, changing the shape of a huge structure such as Lenegus would have required an immense source of power.
Then you think that source might have been the Renis Alma?
Precisely. Alphen said that he remembered the Renis Alma being used in the spirit channeling ceremony 3 centuries ago. Whatever the ceremony's purpose, if preparations are underway for it to be held once more,
For anybody who doesn't know, the Renis
Then
Alma is
Renis
the big,
Alma might be in the
the
same
big
place as
super
last time,
super giant
possibly together
magic
with the Red
thing
Woman.
that gives you a lot of power. It's essentially the MacGuffin. It is.
Hiding something of that
It is
worth in
literally
the
just a big,
residential quarters
super
would only
awesome
court
magic
trouble.
thing.
In which case,
It
You have
stands
to absorb a
reason
lot
we
of
should
mana
be
to get
looking
it, though.
somewhere normally out of bounds. Is that it?
indeed.
But it's been over 300 years since I was made a sovereign. You can't seriously think I'll be able to waltz right into the place after all this time.
There's only one way to
I mean,
find out.
maybe not waltz. Maybe
If
do
there's
like
even a
the
chance you can get
tango.
us in, I say we give it a
Do
shot.
like maybe if you walk in doing the
Shion's
Macarena.
right.
might-
Who
it might-
knows? We might even find
That's
a
so
clue to her
stupid.
thorns while we're at it.
All right. It's not like we're swimming in leads, so let's try to track down the Forbidden Zone.
Let's go to the Forbidden. The Forbidden Zone sounds like such a welcoming place. Let's all go
Beyond that
to
wall lies
the
a city full
Forbidden
of
Zone.
Renans.
Here we go.
Thinking about what could be lurking out here is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
For such a loudmouth, you sure can be a worrywart at times.
Oh, I'm sorry. How stupid of me for wanting us to stay safe.
Would you two children stop squabbling? Or do you want everyone to know we're here?
So how many
my
Renans
gosh.
actually live in this place?
Sir Frazer,
I couldn't tell you
are
exactly.
a genius.
Though not as
You
many
are
as
a
might
god.
expect.
How
Machines and Zoogles take
how
care
did
of
you
most of
learn
the
this
city's basic
sorcery?
functions.
turn the ball
There's
so
Zoogles
the
out
ball
here
rests on
too,
those
huh?
round edges at the neck of the
Sounds
ball?
like we can't afford to let our guard down
my
after all.
god. I feel like I've just learned that the earth is round. Okay, it works for a second until you tip it too far. Hold on. Oh, it's so good. Wow, that was the secret the whole time. Wait, so it's like a puzzle bottle. You have to figure out how to drink it in the correct. You can't. No matter which way you tip it. If you tip it too much, the ball is going to block the top of the lid here. If you just do it normally, if you hold it just like this and tip it like this, the ball is going to block it at a very low degree. But if you are a genius and you tip it so that the glass, there's these two little glass bumps you can't really see that are right here, and it blocks the ball from blocking off your drinkage. That's actually, so you can control your amount of sippage. You know, other than the, I mean, I could control my amount of sippage just by tilting the bottle at different degrees, but also ball. I do like the idea of a soft drink limiting my ability to drink it so I don't drink it too fast. I kind of love that idea because I'm as you guys have seen on stream, I am what is known as a constant sipper. I like sipping drinks. If it's on my table, if it's in front of me, I have to sip it. It's just a thing I do. I cannot have access to a drink in front of me and not sip it. So, having limited sippage is actually like really beneficial to me. Even though I still absolutely chugged that whole thing. But it was for the experiments. Is the Death Star breaking down? This place don't look like it's doing so good. Uh-oh. Lenegus. Look at how beautiful and collapsed it is. All right, Cookie. Adios. Thanks for hanging out.
What in the world?
Good question.
This being Renan territory, I was prepared for a lot of things to look different. But this is a bit more than I anticipated.
The very foundations of the city have shifted. What could have caused this?
When Lenegus changed shape, It must have had an effect on the interior, too.
Maybe when they sent the wedge down to Dana?
But they wouldn't move around the places where people live. These are their homes, right?
Maybe they had no choice.
I would think the citizens themselves didn't have
It's the
much
lady
say
in
in
red.
the
She
matter.
did it. She didn't ask anyone.
Either way, locating the Forbidden Zone just became that much trickier.
Dohalim? Is that you?
Bro, what up? It's been like 100
I'm
years.
glad to see you're well.
So it is you! But why are you here? Shouldn't you be down on Dana participating in the crown contest? And these people!
So you haven't heard what happened on Dana, then?
Oh, they got no
Heard
idea.
what?
Someone you know?
An old friend.
Hey, Dohalim, don't tell me you've started keeping company with...
They're with me.
With
More
these
importantly, what's
low-life
happened here?
peasants from the other planet.
I'm really
Oh,
not sure.
oh, get
The
them
city's
off of my
foundations began to
space
shift
station.
without warning, and now everything looks like this. We're all waiting for the Sovereign to tell us what's happening, but so far...
Avakir, listen to me.
The
We're
Sovereign.
looking for the Forbidden Zone. Do you have any idea where we might find it?
Is the Red
Forbidden
Lady
Zone?
sovereign now? Who is
What
sovereign?
business could you possibly have there?
Trust me. The less you know, the better.
You're just the same as ever. I wish I could help, but what with the changed topography, I can barely locate my own home. Let alone the Forbidden Zone.
Very well. It looks like we'll have to find the way there ourselves.
You can't just name something the
Have
Forbidden
you
Zone.
seen foreign
People are
yet?
going to immediately want to go there. If you name something the Forbidden Zone, everybody's
No.
going to want to go to the Forbidden Zone. Let's be real.
I see.
If you named Area 51 the
nothing much
Forbidden
has
Zone,
changed with
everybody would be
If
at
anything,
Area
she's
51.
probably even more.
They'd be Naruto running right into there.
I can well imagine.
Why did you come back? You know it can only result in pain for you both.
I needed to beat someone up.
I've no doubt of that.
They tried. They did try.
You really
Ish,
are the
kind
same
of.
as ever. Fine, I understand. Just don't say I didn't warn you. And take care of yourself. Okay, Doe?
Yeah, maybe if we all just run to the Forbidden Zone. They can't kill all of us. They can't stop all of us from going to the Forbidden Zone. Dohalim
who's
is
Faria?
gonna be
Law?
he's gonna be throwing his weight around up here. He's
If
gonna
what
be our
Avakir said
sole
is true,
ability to get
It
through
would
this
seem the
place.
people of Lenegis are being kept in the dark about what's happening down on Dana.
They seem to be just as clueless about what's going on up here in their own world. Despite the fact that it's actually here that the wedge originally came from.
They got no idea.
We need more information. Let's talk to the citizens, see what we can find out.
While we're at it, we can ask them about the Red Woman, too.
And don't forget about finding the
Do you
way to
know
the
anything
Forbidden
about
Zone
Red
either.
Woman?
Let's leave the talking to Shion. We can't have a bunch of Danins poking their noses around.
Good
Or-
idea. I think that's for the best.
I shall assist.
You
I was gonna
sure?
say, why don't we just leave
Being a
everything to
lord on
Dohalim?
Lenegis has its advantages.
He's literally
Right. Then we'll leave it to you two.
he's literally the high-class noble.
The
thought
Danans
Shion
among
was like
us
a
should
research
probably
experiment.
keep our heads down.
What if people freak out?
I shall explain it away by saying I'm leading you.
What are we, dogs?
Come on, boy. Come on, Law. Here we go.
What could be so important? It's worth destroying people's livelihoods and homes in the process.
The Chatham
It's
Islands
just
are out of whack by 45
unbelievable.
minutes. I just
Uprooting
read
an
this.
entire city as if it were mere
What?
building blocks.
Why would you?
Someone's got an awful lot of questions to answer.
Not just 30
how it
minutes, not
looks.
just half of
They
a
must
time
be
zone,
siphoning
but
off
3/4 of a
astral
time
energy from
zone.
Dana,
Oh,
and then sending it to
jeez.
Rena.
It'd be very confusing.
But why do all this? What for?
Gotta get that extra
Surely they can't be
15
using all
minutes.
that energy for the crown
It's
contest.
very different, those 15
Whatever
minutes.
their purpose, disrupting their siphoning process
The
alone
Japanese
won't
do
be
everything in
sufficient.
moderation, no guzzling.
Not
That's
while we still don't
that's
know what
true.
their
You're
end
not
game
wrong.
is.
All their snacks
He's
are really
right.
tiny.
We need to stop this from happening ever
It takes
again.
you a long
Forbidden
time
Zone
to
might
eat
be
just
where we
one
find some
Japanese
answers,
snack.
right? So what are we waiting for? Let's get moving.
You
And they're
heard.
always in very
We don't
small
have time
portions.
to stop and chat. Let's move.
So, I've been wondering, do you think when Lenegis was built, it was even made with people living here in mind?
What do you mean?
Well, none of this happened by coincidence, right? They must have designed it to transform like this.
Is it a giant
But
transformer
then,
robot?
If they
Is
knew
that the
people
final
were
boss?
going to live here,
They're gonna turn
you'd
the
think
Death
they
Star
would have
into a
taken
giant
that into
transformer?
consideration to avoid all this chaos.
Ordinarily, yes. You'd think so. Trust me, as far as we were concerned, Lenegis was our home, nothing more. No one knew about all this. It
Arizona
makes you
doesn't
wonder
do
whether
daylight
the city was
savings?
just built
They
on
don't?
as an afterthought.
I didn't know that.
But if so, to what exactly?
Sorry. That
Good for
probably
'em.
sounded weird, huh?
I hate daylight saving.
Not at all. Sometimes it takes
We just need to get rid of daylight
to help
savings.
you
I don't.
notice what you've been missing all
I don't.
along.
We don't need it. I
This
don't
place is a
care.
mystery, that's for sure.
I don't care if the
Something tells
daylight
me we'll find
changes.
answers where we're going,
I
though.
just.
Yeah, you're right, Shion. I'm sure we will.
It confuses me. It confuses me, and I don't like things that confuse me. Especially when I'm dealing with a lot of people from different time zones, because then I get really confused. With everything all topsy-turvy, in the residential quarter, there are a lot of injuries. Stuff keeps dropping on people, and they're also falling down.
Oh, dear me. What an unspeakable mess this has all become. Just look
It's all
at
just
the
use
state of
universal
our
time.
city.
Yeah, screw it.
Even the
Not even
symbols
time
have stopped
zones. Just
heeding our
everybody's based on
commands.
the same time.
Whatever did we do to deserve this?
You really have no clue what might have caused this?
Would that I have. Alas, there was no warning, no prior decree. His Highness must have deemed it unnecessary for us to know.
So they just. So the woman
We
in red
have
just
no
activated
choice
the
but
Death
to
Star.
grin and bear it.
Even to the people on their
Do
super
my
high class
eyes
planet.
deceive me? Could I really be standing in the presence of his lordship,
POV when you
Dohalim of
see
the House
Lord Dohalim.
Ilkaris? I believed he was on Dana.
Your eyes do not deceive you. It is I, one and the same. I have
It
returned
is
to
me,
fulfill a special
super
duty,
sexy
the
Persian
details
prince
of which
man.
I cannot divulge.
As your lordship wishes. First, Lenegis mutates beyond recognition. Now, this unexpected visit. The Sovereign's plans are inscrutable indeed.
And they just go along with it? They don't want to rebel? The fact that their whole town got
Ilkaris
destroyed
House
because their
has
lord said,
produced a
meh,
great many lords
I don't want
over
to tell
the
you.
centuries. I shall be praying for your victory in the latest crown contest.
I'd be like,
Your good wishes do me
how
an
are they
honor.
not up in arms? This is just life on the Death Star. Sometimes they don't tell you shit. Oh, look at Brendan boy. Oh, where am I? I just went out for a walk, but I don't know where I am. I don't know. Everything's falling apart and looking completely different. I can't get a hold of mother and father either. Oh. Big boy says, you have nothing to fear, kids. I am sure there is a reason for everything that's going on. But even the Zoogles are out. Oh, God. They have Zoogles on here? Oh, of course they do. I need random enemies to fight, don't I? You will lose some treasure due to your inventory or wallet being full. That's fine.
Healing spell.
In all my years, never have I seen such potent healing arts. Thank you so much for taking the time to help an old woman like me. It's a good thing I don't have to touch them to heal them, because that would not work out in my favor. A lavish parfait filled to the brim with fruit and cream. Though extremely satisfying to eat, eating one risks developing more than a few cavities.
Everything will be okay now.
Gotta make sure you don't get them
I know the
cavities.
basics
Do
of
they brush
healing
their teeth
arts,
in this
but
world?
My skills pale in comparison.
Your lordship. Oh, what a great honor it is to finally meet you. I descended to Dana during the last crown contest also.
Freaking
Alas,
Dohalim
when
gets
the
all
contender
the
I was backing failed
gets
to
all the
clinch the
cool
title, I
praise,
returned.
gets to hang out with
I
everyone.
witnessed the deaths of so many slaves.
It was
Indeed.
awesome. He's just like,
Sorry to
yeah.
interrupt, but we're looking for a woman dressed all in red. Have you seen anyone of that description?
All red, eh? No, I can't say I remember anyone
She
like
couldn't
that.
possibly change
I
outfits.
imagine she'd stand out somewhat too.
Yeah, everybody's
Yeah.
kind of got the exact same.
What about down
There's
on Dana
no
during the crown
individuality here.
contest?
It's just everyone's
You didn't see
wearing
anyone like that hanging around
white
the lord you were
shirt,
serving?
gold trim.
What's with all these questions? I've never seen her, okay? Not recently or otherwise. Why do you want to find her anyway?
Never mind. Forget I asked. Sorry to take up your time.
I just realized that's also that's Shion's outfit. Shion's outfit is exactly that, like white trim. I mean, it makes sense because she's from here. But the white with the gold trim, it's got that same kind of like pattern on it. Except for hers is a little beat up, a little tiny bit, a little rough around the edges. She's not taking the time to sew it. Going the wrong way. I'm going back the way I came. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the woman in the red dress? That's this is all a simulation. We are Neo.
Is everything okay? You look a little lost.
Hmm? Oh, yes. I can't
Yeah, we're
seem to
legit
find
in the
my way
Death
home
Star.
is all. I was just about to make my umpteenth attempt at a new route.
I was hoping to head this way myself. The situation is a real pain, huh?
I suppose the Sovereign knows best. I daren't stay
The
here
Sovereign
too
just
long,
destroyed
though.
your city.
A lower
How are you
caste
guys just
only
like,
labor around these parts for
oh,
so long before
it
I
sucks. Our
pay my
city was
welcome.
destroyed. Our homes are
I was
ruined.
hoping to
People are
avoid it,
dead.
but maybe I'll
Other
have to go
people
that
are
way
injured.
after all.
But they know best.
You mean you know another way round?
Lord
They're
Dohalim
brainwashed.
Karis. But how? Last I heard, you were in Dana competing in the crown contest.
Yes,
Damn
strange, isn't
brainwashy
it?
swallow.
If you know another route, we'd be grateful if you could tell us.
But of course.
Entertain!
Please forgive me.
Thank you for the
There's a wall
raid.
that's
I
sprung up ahead of
entertain.
here, with what looks to be an entrance in it. I thought maybe it was a passageway
How was
between
your
the different
stream?
quarters, but I've no way of knowing for sure.
It's worth investigating, at least.
To investigation!
I shall go and assess the situation. In the meantime,
We have to
wait for
find
me here.
the
If it looks
Forbidden
safe,
Zone.
I'll come and let you know.
It's very important that we find the Forbidden Zone.
You'd really do that for me? A lord troubling himself for someone of my lowly status?
Our lot in life is of little consequence. We are both Renan, first and foremost.
That's all that matters. Your
Why,
race.
yes, my lord.
That is
Thank
the
you.
most important thing. All races are both the same.
Well, we've canvassed the city for
This
information.
is exactly what he
think?
just said.
No one has the faintest idea what's happened to the city after all. They haven't heard the news about the crown contest either.
You'd think that info would easily find its way up here. Has it always been like that?
Not to this extent, which would indicate that something's suppressing the truth, that Lenegis is under some kind of control.
Given everything that's
You don't
happened to their
say.
city, the people here seem weirdly okay with it all.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That one
They're just
guy
like,
even
oh
said
man, this
Zubul would
sucks.
stop listening to him. If that's true, these people are in big trouble.
Everything that happens here is attributed
Are they
to the
legit
Sovereign's
mind
will.
controlling them? Or like
It's the way
brainwashing
people
them?
have been conditioned.
Oh.
Their belief runs deep. Nothing happens devoid of a reason. To them, it's all part of the Sovereign's grand plan.
Well,
The
the
Sovereign's
Sovereign.
plan.
Do they even know who
There
the
is
Sovereign
one
is?
thing I'm still not sure about. Just who is this person ruling over Lenegis?
The Sovereign, of course. He rules from Rena while presiding over both Rena and Lenegis.
Well, that's
Without the lords or anyone in the
That's
middle
overextending
doing his
yourself
dirty
a little
work?
bit.
Isn't Rena at least the
redeem
same
stretchies.
size as Dana? That's a pretty big dominion for one person to rule over. I would have thought ruling Lenegis alone would be difficult enough.
The points you make are valid.
actually.
Though I confess I'd never given it much thought before. Here, the
Ooh, that felt
Sovereign's
nice.
total authority is as natural as night turning to day. Come to think of it, I know nothing of the nature of how Rena itself is. Shion, have you ever been... No, forgive me. Have you met or
Is
crossed
Rena-
paths with, or even heard of someone who's actually made a visit to the homeland?
No, I haven't.
Is Rena
Neither
like
have I.
an apocalypse
which case,
apocalypse
I
planet?
would
Is it just
imagine that-
empty?
No, surely not. Can it really be that no citizen of Lenegis has ever been there?
Hold up, what are you getting at, Dohalim?
Assuming what I believe to be correct, it's possible that no one on
The
Lenegis
Renan
has ever laid
homeworld
eyes
is
on the actual
dead.
Renan homeworld
It's
itself.
a dead planet.
No one but the Sovereign, that is.
But what about trade and communication?
That's why they're trying to
There's
take
got to be a
everything
flow back and
from
forth, surely.
Not if
from
the
Rena.
Sovereign is imposing his will on Lenegis
Or not
single-handedly.
Rena. I mean
It
Dana.
could be a one-way street.
But I thought you said that the Sovereign's all the way over on Rena.
That's why they're trying
That's the
to
case.
eat Dana.
Can he
They're
really
trying to
rule
suck up all
directly
the
over Lenegis
goodies
so
from
far
Dana,
away?
so that
What if something were
because
to
their
happen to the
planet is
city, like
legit
now?
just dead. They're just all
I'm
living on the
beginning
Death
to
Star.
wonder what the nature of this sovereign even is. Alfred said he was forced into the role, right?
Oh,
Just before the ceremony.
interesting.
But sovereign is also the title given to the almighty Renan ruler. So which one is it?
Whoever wins the crown contest inherits the
Is
throne
Rena
from
a
his
dead
or her
planet?
predecessor, before becoming ruler over all of Rena and Lenegis. Thereafter, that individual is known as the Sovereign. Though, it would appear that the current ruler has gone silent. As for how Volron factors into all this, at this point, I no longer know what to believe.
3
Oh,
centuries
now
ago, I became
now
the
I'm
sovereign here on
curious.
Lenegis.
Oh, now it's getting.
Not just
Ooh,
became,
now it's
I
getting
was forced
spicy.
to. Me, a Danon. 300 years later, we cross paths with Volron, who also bears the Sovereign's crest. That's not the only thing we have in common. We both became sovereign without winning the crown contest.
Do you think Volron was made sovereign for the same reason? Because of that ceremony?
I can't
It's
say
so
for
weird
sure.
seeing WoW without the
It
Giga
certainly
glasses.
sounds
I
like
might
it.
have to put them back on him.
But that would mean that 2 sovereigns would need to exist at any one time. One whose job it is to rule, and the other for ceremonial purposes. We never did see Volron's body back in Ganeth Heros.
Is he still alive? I
Is a
swear to
new
God.
ceremony underway with
Oh,
Volron
no.
at its center
No,
this time?
please don't still be alive,
Could that be
Volron.
what's
I
causing
hate
all
that
this
guy.
strange activity here?
Oh, I
Wait a
hate that
second.
dick.
You don't think Volron
Oh.
and the Red Woman are working together, do you?
God damn it.
The ceremony can't go forward without the Renis Alma.
No.
The same one that the Red Woman stole.
There's something else.
Oh,
this
he was
ceremony
such a
needs.
prick.
A maiden. And unless there's another one out there aside from me.
Questions,
I did like him.
questions,
He was
and yet
cool.
more
He was cooler
questions.
than all of us combined.
Ones
He was
that
the
it seems will
coolest.
remain
I hate how cool he
until
was.
we can establish the Sovereign's identity.
If the Forbidden Zone really is off limits to everyone but the Sovereign, that seems as good a place as any to start. For the sake of liberating Dana,
Oh,
too.
we're gonna find some serious
decided.
secrets
That's where we
when
need
we
to
go
go.
there. We're gonna
One
find
of
some
the citizens
serious
mentioned
stuff.
a passage that she thought might lead to another section of the city. It could point us in the right direction. Let's go find it.
Oh, we're gonna find out some secrets.
I didn't realize
get-
Renans oppressed their own kind, too.
And yet, weirdly, none of them seem to mind. Am I the only one who finds that strange?
It is the way things
You're
have
not.
always been.
I found that
No
strange
one
too.
thinks to question it. You have experience in that regard yourself, do you not?
Hello, Cookie.
Unquestioning
Welcome back.
acceptance of your own servitude.
We just discovered
Yeah, that
that
sounds
no
about
one
right.
on the Death Star, no
Even
one
so,
on
The
Lenegis
quality of life here seems much higher
knows,
than any Danon
has
city
ever
we
been to
visited.
Renan or knows
I used to
anything
think it
about
was
Renan,
impossible
which
to
makes
build
me
an
think
ideal society without
that
wealth.
Rena is a dead planet.
But
It's a
I
whole
suppose
dead
having
planet,
it doesn't
and
always
everybody's
mean
living
people are
on the
treated
Death Star.
fairly either.
And
More to
that's
the
why they're
point,
trying to suck
Not
up
a
all
single
the
citizen
goodies
seems to have
from
even
the
heard of the Red Woman.
What if she's not here?
from Dana.
What if it turns out we're looking in the wrong place entirely?
They think the world is flat. I'm pretty sure.
It's still too early
yeah,
to say
even though they
anything
have
for
a
sure.
view of it
For
from
all we
space.
know, she might be able to blend in, move around unnoticed. I say we hold off judgment until we
Look at
can
that
talk to
flat
every
disc
animal.
off in the distance. Notice how it's always perfectly circular all the time.
Tell me, Dohalim, has that skill of yours got a name?
And what skill would this be, pray tell?
Sexiness.
You know, when you're talking to
The
people
sexy
around
skill.
town. The way they suddenly become putty in your hands.
It's called being sexy as hell.
I'm afraid I don't quite follow.
I do. It's called friendly intimidation. Look imposing and speak in a deep, booming voice, and presto, you'll have people wrapped around your finger in no time.
I would never stoop to such scandalous tricks. Any feelings of intimidation are solely in the eye of the beholder.
So there is a knack to it. How do you learn it? Can anyone do it?
Now you got
Definitely
me
not you,
curious.
Law.
Is there special training to master?
Let's see. An obsession with being elegant is a must. Oh, and it helps to be old-fashioned, too. Bonus points if you speak in a way no one can understand.
If you've a bone
She's
to
not
pick
wrong.
with me, it'd be quicker to just come out and say it.
What? They look up to you, that's all. I'm just helping them along.
Hither thee, we must
Hey,
go unto
what's
the
up with
Forbidden
Alvin and Law all of a
Zone.
sudden?
It is important
I
that
can
all of
barely
us
understand a word they're saying.
get
And
there
what's with the
post
weird
haste.
poses? Was it something they ate?
I hope you're willing to take the blame for this one.
I wasn't expecting them to take me so seriously. I'll go and have a word with them.
I love Kisara. Kisara's the best. Okay, let's I'm not sure. I need to go to my map here. How big is? Oh my god! Oh Jesus! Oh, I just realized how big this place actually is. Oh, this is like the spire from Mass Effect. They're really missing out on having it, you know, an entire city covering the ceiling there too. You know, they're kind of missing out. It could really make it work.
With nobody left to run the show, I wonder what the people here are supposed to do. I mean, there's sovereigns up on the Renin homeworld, and all their lords were sent to Dana.
But Dohalim was
Is the sovereign on the Renin homeworld? Is this? I bet you the sovereign doesn't even exist. I'll bet you it's all just a myth. Like, oh, the sovereign's been dead for thousands of years. There's been no sovereign. They're all dead. The planet's gone. We're just kind of all hanging out here on the space, the moon base.
Only current acting lords
trying to
have power.
survive.
Renin society is quite strict about such matters.
Even if the other lords were still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much about the situation.
Did I end up grabbing Hollow Knight while it was still on sale? Oh wait, is it not on sale anymore? Shit! I didn't grab it yesterday. No! Is it still on sale? It is. Hollow Knight. It's still on sale. I'm gonna grab it right now, so it don't forget. I'm gonna grab it right now. Don't worry. Don't worry. You gave me the 15 bucks. I will spend that on Hollow Knight. Do I get the DLC? Is the DLC? Should I get Gods and Nightmares with the game? I feel like I should. I feel like if I'm gonna get the Hollow Knight experience, I want to get the whole experience. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Get the DLC. Is it good? Okay. Yep, let's buy it. Get it for me. Okay, I've got Hollow Knight, and then I'm gonna get the DLC. Yeah, I know a lot of people have said this game is amazing, and I did play it. I played it for a little while back, because my brother's got it. I played it for like an hour or two. Didn't get very far. Died at the first boss. Twice. Before I finally beat him. And then never finished it. I got up to the Hornet part, and that was it. Hollow Knight Gods and Nightmares. That's what I want. The DLC is 33% of the game. Oh wow, it's like a huge chunk. Okay, so it's like really, really in-depth DLC. Oh, okay, I like that. We'll definitely get the DLC. Okay. Okay, we got Gods and Nightmares. All right, sweet. All right, I've got Hollow Knight now. I did it before. Thank you for reminding me, Surpriser. Especially since you gave me the cash to buy it. You know, thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it. I've got it. We got it on sale. It's a pretty good sale too. It is. Wait, what's the percentage off right now? 50% off right now. That's pretty good for such a renowned game like that everybody loves. Okay, Ravani. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. Happy lurking. Even if the other lords are still around, I doubt they'd be able to do much.
I wonder what they'd think if they were here to see Lenegis now. Balsif, Cannabelt, Almadria, and Volron. Now that I think of it, aside from Dohalim,
heard of them
we know
all.
next to nothing about the other lords.
Well, yeah, why would we? To us Danans, they were just enemies we needed to overthrow. Nothing more.
I know. But seeing Renins in their own city, going about their day-to-day lives, it gets you thinking.
It feels strange to imagine the lords living here too, you mean?
Yeah, a little.
If you're that curious about them, why not try inquiring with some of the locals? Every lord in
Let's
their
talk to some
household
more
has
people.
their share of supporters here on Lenegus. And luckily for us, the people here are unaware of the events on Dana, which means they should be more inclined to talk to us.
They're all just dudes, just like everyone else. All nobility is you just saying you have a fancier title than everyone else. It's not like, well, I guess technically they all have super duper awesome magic that can, you know, fight 6 other people on equal level with also super duper awesome magic. So, you know, there's something to be said about that. You want to know which lord I support? Why? Are you canvassing for someone? I'm with His Excellency, Irwalsi Teldilis. You probably know him better as Lord Balsif. Oh, big punchy man. At the very beginning of the game. I know a lot of people consider him to be a giant brute. Believe me, I realize he can be an aggressive man. What those people don't realize is how much he looks after the members of his house. It's fair to say that House Teldilis doesn't enjoy much esteem. Those of us who serve it will be the first to admit that. But His Excellency always stands up against against any who would mean us harm. Of that we can be sure. His efforts in the crown contest are only for his family, aren't only for his family, but to improve the standing of each and every member of his house. I owe so much to His Excellency. I could never dream of serving any other lord, besides big, punchy, kick-ass fist man. With
Balsef
fire
had it in him to
powers.
care about someone other than himself? Really?
It's possible. A change in position can do much to alter one's perspective.
So even he
Oh, was he a
had
good
something
boy
he wanted
at
to
once
protect.
upon a time, then he got super fire powers, and then he became bad boy? Lord Dorleen, you have returned! Ah, and I see you brought aides with you. They are definitely your aides and not your equal compatriots on equal footing with you. Sir, I noticed you haven't spit on them recently. Let me do it for you. Here, let me spit on this friend right here, this person over here. Pooh! Pooh! How dare you come from another planet? How dare you? Oh, is she into? Of course, she's into Dohalim. He hails from the famed house Ilkaras, and his name Lord Dohalim. Music is his passion, the arts his great love. The scores of boorish, uncouth men of this land cannot begin to compare to his magnificence. So refined and majestic is his posture, why the mere thought of it brings me to ecstasy. Dohalim got fans. Once he becomes our sovereign, Rena shall bloom anew, ushering in an era of prosperity for our grand civilization. Until that glorious day comes, I shall forever be praying for his victory morning, noon, and night. Sorry, I just couldn't help but notice how attractive you were, Lord Dohalim. I poured my heart into it, hoping to capture your essence. Wait, I forgot to mention anything about his lordship's loves for collecting things. I must take this time while the lines are down to append it. Only then will my masterpiece be complete.
I guess she intended to spread it throughout all of Lenegus then.
Good thing the lines were down so she couldn't.
It almost sounded like she was praising them too.
Maybe there was more to the guy than at first glance.
I shall refrain from commenting.
I know I'm sexy. I can't help it. I cannot help how beautiful I am. Go back this way, talk to this guy over here. Well, I never. To think that anyone should try to tear me away from House Valkyries. What do you want? Don't tell me you work for Lord Dohalim or that dreadful Lord Almedra. Do you? No, you totally didn't just see us with him like a second ago. Literally like last time we talked to you, Dohalim hanging out. Or are you just a different person with the same model? I don't know. You don't? Well, don't scare me like that. To answer your question, I come from a family that has served House Valkyries for generations. Indeed, I am doing all I can to support Lord Ganabeld behind the scenes so that he might emerge victorious. Many think him to be a cruel man, but I insist they're utterly mistaken. Though I won't deny he can be strict, he puts Rena's interest in front and center like no one else. why he advocates that. I will say he was the hardest boss. I hated him. He was the dude who, when you fought him, he replicated himself into 4 of him. So there's 4 of him casting spells around. And he was legit the hardest boss I think I fought in this game so far. I think he was the most difficult. Was the water dude, or was he air? I can't remember what attribute he was. Lord Valkyries or whatever the heck his name was. It is a pursuit of power and the advancement of all of our kind. It is what makes him an exemplary lord, a model above all others. Though I was unable to accompany him myself, my 2 sons have been blessed with the honor of joining him on the surface. As their father, we may have killed them. I don't know. We did murder a lot of his followers. So, oops.
Ganabelt was so horrible to people. Yet he was invested in helping Rena succeed.
Ganabelt, that was his
Doesn't that
name.
seem just a little inconsistent?
I'm perhaps biased in this matter, I admit. However, in my mind, while all lords vie to become the next sovereign, they're also meant to serve as guardians of all of Rena.
It seems like Ganabelt also had people he cared about until the very end.
So why couldn't he extend that to us Danans?
We just weren't as cool. We couldn't do cool magic. We didn't have giant, awesome, badass armor suits. So I can kind of understand. If I had the giant shoulders that all the cool Renin guards did, then I'd be
This
something
area
to talk
doesn't
about.
look as badly damaged as that other district we went through.
Indeed, the effects of Lenegis' transformation appear to be less
this
pronounced.
one's nice.
Or, viewed another way, this area was simply luckier.
Pardon me.
This area falls under the sole jurisdiction of House Caenaris. I must ask you to depart at once. Surely you don't claim to be ignorant of our famed house, ruled over by the esteemed Lord Almadria? If so, I urge you to listen well. In fact, I bid you listen carefully regardless. We didn't ask. We were just kind of standing here. And then you just kind of... Have you ever noticed how in the history of Lenegis, only a few women lords have ever emerged to compete in the crown contest? Many have theories as to why this might be, but Lord Almadra quashed the doubts of any naysayers through sheer might. In fact, not only did she usurp her father and previous family master, she also removed her older brother and claimed this. She also turned a lot of people into goopy. She also gooped a lot of people. Turned them into the goopy water. She is a woman who stops at nothing to get what she wants. You could say that again. Who gives her enemies nary the slightest opening to strike. Truly, Lord Almadra is a woman of talent. No one in all Rena better exemplifies the virtue of our nation's meritocracy. The meritocracy where if you laugh like an insane, crazy bad guy, you're the top dog. Got it. Soon the age of glorious women sovereign reigning over Lenegis shall be upon us at last.
I guess her willingness to stoop to any low came from a survival of the fittest worldview.
And some people here not only shared her belief, but championed it as morally right too.
That doesn't make it true. Too bad they couldn't see through her.
Yeah.
Good thing there was some random sheep meat over in that box over there. I don't know what I'd do without the sheep meat.
Ridiculous.
Oh, hello, somebody. Oh, I was just reading about Volron. Can I help you? I was always an ardent supporter of Lord Uagil Hildris himself. Were it not for his sudden death down on the surface, I likely still would be. Okay, so he knows that he died. In my eyes, Lord Uragwil is the true Water Lord. I don't believe for a second that he perished in some accident, like they say. We may or may not have killed him. As for how Volran runs Ganath Heros, don't get me started. I hear he enslaves not only Danans, but even his fellow Renans. We may live in a society where the victor goes the spoils, but his actions go against what we as a people stand for. Besides, just what sort of family line is this House Ingignis? I don't understand a single... they're throwing out so many proper nouns, I cannot keep up. I've never heard of it until he came along, which means they must be someone of the lowest dregs of society. Even lower than a Danon, no offense. that such an ignoble lineage could suddenly produce an astral artist capable of ascending to the lordship is unheard of. So much other stuff and things about proper nouns. You're catching on what I'm saying.
Seems like the people on Lenegis don't really
losing
know
you a
much
little
about
bit.
Volron
Not
either.
gonna lie.
I remember being quite surprised when the Lord of Ganeth
Controller?
Harrows changed so abruptly.
Didn't you have any doubts that
Controller?
something suspicious
Hello?
was going on?
On the contrary. Remember, we Renans are raised to accept everything at face value.
Controller's having issues.
When you think about it, the
Oh,
families
I
of
just
Renan
couldn't run
lords
around.
must see them differently than the
That was
rest of
weird.
us.
Yeah, despite the brutality they're known for.
They must have had a lot on their
Oh,
shoulders.
what? You're taking me to
carrying all
a
the
spaceship?
weight and
Oh, how
responsibilities
lovely.
of Renan society.
Renans live in a world where strength and power determine their position in the social hierarchy, so they tend to grow up fiercely competitive. But their loyalty to their people is also strong. It's what brings them together against outside forces, and nothing exemplifies that more than the Lords.
That's what makes them the guardians of all of Rena, so to speak.
Right. It's the same reason
If it
Volsiv hated my
existed,
guts,
if it wasn't a
and
dead
Ganabelt
planet.
went after you, because we're threats to Rena.
Guess that makes you an even bigger oddball than we thought.
I gotta take off the straw
So,
hat. It's making my
Alpha,
head itch.
Have you gained anything
I'm
from
gonna-
all of this?
I wanna replace my hat.
Yeah. I think it's made me realize that
Like
the
a
Lords were all
character-
people too.
Character in a video game where you can
Also
customize their hat.
They
Gotta
all
switch
had their
off
own
my straw hat.
circumstances to deal with as they went
This hat
through
gives
life.
me plus 10
Yeah, but still,
to
just
my
because they have loved
syrupiness.
ones in their lives doesn't mean.
I know. What they did was horrible. I'm not trying to dispute that. But at the same time, they weren't incomprehensible monsters either. They were individuals.
I don't know,
Just
they
like
seem
the rest of
pretty
us.
incomprehensibly
So I guess
monstrous.
What I'm trying to say is,
Some of them
You're
did
saying
just
that they weren't bad
straight
because
up.
they were Renans, or because they were terrible monsters. Even if they did terrible things, they were still just people.
Almedra, like, mass
Oh, wow.
genocided people.
Am I wrong?
not at all.
Being a Danon doesn't make you
And
a good
Volron.
person. And being a Renan doesn't make you a bad one. I think that's something we've all seen.
Xion and Dohalim definitely make a good case for it.
And I'm going to keep doing my best to make sure I earn that trust. As a fellow human being above all else.
Oh, okay. Sweet, free money. Who gave me the money? who gave me that cash? Do we just is that while we were talking, I like to imagine while we were talking to all these people and learning about their allegiances to these different
I wonder if we can
horrible
use this.
lords, we just pickpocketed them. We were just like, yeah, give me the cash. Do they still use the same
Something I just
currency?
don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
Makes sense to
who
me.
was it then?
Hanfricht Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
Hanfricht Milgras.
So then this
That is an
Hanfried
awesome name.
whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him
He's been
since the
dead for
end
a
of the
while,
previous
hasn't he?
contest.
Yep, he's dead.
You're
He does
saying that
not
ever
exist.
since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegis?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegis from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
That's because it
And
doesn't
that
exist.
never struck you as a little bit
No
odd?
one's gone there. No one's come from there.
When you live here,
How do
it's
you
as if
even
you're
know it's
conditioned not
alive?
to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
I'm so
you and me
confused.
both. Though we are Renan by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed,
Maybe there is
remember?
So
With
they're.
any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us
I'm
some
guessing the
answers.
Renis Alma
No
is
use
some
standing
way
around
for
here chatting
them
about
to
it then.
survive and
Let's
keep
get a
on
move on.
surviving. They need the Renis Alma to like power the Death Star or something like that. That's why they're trying to collect it, not because they're trying to find a sovereign that can rule over Rena, which is probably dead. It's probably I would put money on it being an apocalyptic planet that is completely dead, and no one lives there. We know it exists because we can see it. We saw it as like a moon above the. It's the sister planet to this one, so it's still there. But I don't think there's anyone on it.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait. Don't tell me you've
Do I have a
given
favorite
up on the
character?
crown
Kisara.
contest and come
100%.
crawling back home from Dana already.
Kisara is the best character.
Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill
It's just a
Hunnigan to
pizza
secure
pit
your
on the
position as Lord, you still... kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, she's the...
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock,
Ooh, spicy.
you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I
Ex-lover?
haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace,
I'm sorry,
then
but
so be it.
you know they invited me to the orgy, and I just
First,
had to
I
accept.
have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait.
Ooh,
My
what did-
sins
what
are
did he
legion. Let me finish what I
What
came
did
to do.
Dolim do?
Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else.
Whoa. What did Dolim
You're just
do?
a coward!
Oh, he's got secrets. Oh, he got secrets. Ooh. Oh shit. Oh, that's not creepy as fuck. Holy shit. Whoa. 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 Hold on. Let's just. Hello. I am your nightmare. Whoa. I'm sorry. I don't remember the lady in red looking that creepy before. That was. Oh. God. She's gonna be like a horror character.
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first.
Was it her
It may
husband?
not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Or
Dohalim.
nobody could kill anybody. That's
Forgive
also an
me.
option.
Some things are best left unsaid.
I think that's probably a pretty good must-be-said thing. Like, that's, of all the things to be said. I murdered someone. Probably... Oh, that's cool. See, that's what I mean. Like, the Renans, they got them sweet maybe, did they overuse their astral arts and that's why their planet is dead? They too much astral arted? That's the theme in a few Tales of games, and I would not be surprised if they didn't stray very far from that theme. Because I remember Tales of Xillia. That's also a theme. In Tales of Xillia, spoilers for anybody who wants to play Tales of Xillia or anything like that. Spoiler alert: Tales of Xillia, halfway through the game, you're on just like you're on like, not a dead planet, a medieval planet, just like kind of in this one. And then halfway through the game, out of an interdimensional portal, these high-tech dudes come, like, there's like this war going on, and you're kind of just focused on this war that's happening, and you're just like, oh man, that's all that's going on. And then in the middle of like the most important battle of the war, like this advanced technological civilization just comes out of nowhere and like nukes everyone. And it's like,
if we can use this.
Oh yeah, we're your alternate dimension planet. We kind of invented technology, and it ate all of the magic. So we're gonna take yours now. And that was kind of legit. That was the theme of Tales of Xillia, was how technology is killing the natural world and stuff like that, and they were trying to survive that. So it wouldn't be surprising if that was kind of the same theme in this one. Hi, Ruku. How's it going?
Yeah, it must be some sort of
How D&D
rest and
go?
leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renin sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
Smashed down a wall.
He was
with a
once
guy's
my
face.
dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed.
I'm gonna eat some.
Despite
My
Faria's
stomach
lower
is
class
rumbly, so
upbringing,
I gotta put
she
something
possesses a
in my
tremendous
face.
talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song.
For anybody who doesn't
the
know,
next melody.
we're on the Death Star. Oh, and you killed one. 100%.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social
They were all
class.
hanging out playing music as buds
You really
together.
are different, Dohalim.
He had to
I
kill
suppose
one.
it's natural
I
you would see it as
guarantee
strange.
that's it.
I would have.
Because one of them was the girl.
Now, I
One
think
of them
the
was that
idea
girl
of
who was
breaking
pissed
away
off at
from
him.
society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking
I haven't
at the
had
world that
we haven't
laid
had a
the
single
foundations
battle
for
this entire
coexistence
stream,
in
Diddy, so
Menancia.
I'm doing great.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord.
And then you killed Tarnagan.
Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society.
Ooh.
But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnagan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less, she would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
I don't think that's how it
Exactly
works.
the same. unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering
All right,
under Renan
get
oppression
that,
like
that
before.
sweet rest said, you have a good one. Thank you for hanging out.
Shion's right.
I hope your
What
programming
other lord would have treated me as you
went
did? Anyone
at
else
least
and I would
decent?
have been dead long
Question
ago.
mark.
You've saved so many people, Dohalim. You saved me. It's thanks to you that I'm here today. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always.
Frank, where?
But I shall do my best to heed your advice.
I love Frank. He's a cool dude. Just stupid.
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so. He's got Kisara.
It's important to have someone like that.
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right.
I'll just go give him a big hug. No, Shion, don't. Oh, shit. Oh, who's this guy? Oh, who's watching us? Who's watching us from the... I'm gonna go get him. You gotta go fight this guy
I never
watching us from the
appreciated
shadows. Where's he at?
until recently
Over here?
Just how much you were always there to support
This
me.
way?
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
Ooh.
I see a medic and supply officer over there.
Yes, please. Give me stuff.
They know you're with me. They'll likely offer their assistance.
Okay. Let's get... I have full life bottles, so that's good. Diamond mail. Ooh. Oh, we can get diamond gear now. Can I sell anything? I don't really have a lot to sell. I can sell like grape gel. That'll give me 2,000 monies. I don't really have a lot to sell. I haven't been making money. We haven't really fought a lot of stuff. Mostly I did quests, and the quests cost me more money than they made me. So I'm kind of low on cash. Just a little low on cash lately. Thank you for the healer, even though we haven't fought a single battle since we came to this place. Okay, let's get some... I learned some new stuff, so let's get... let's eat some of my new things. Let's see some ganochi. No, I already did ganochi. That's right. Lohikito? A vegetable and salmon still boiled in milk. The meat and vegetables linger together inside of a mouth. That sounds delicious. I want that. What did I got something brand new and I forgot what it was. I think it was the parfait. I can't do the parfait because I has no milk. Waffle need more milk. Can I buy more milk? Hold on. Do you have milk, sir? Can I buy delicious, sweet, scrumptious milk off of you? I would love some milkies. Please, milkies? Milky... No, he's got no milkies. No milkies. You bought underwear? Wait, what? I buy underwear sometimes. Oh, I want a pork bun. We're just gonna pick what to eat based on how delicious it looks and how much I'm craving it right now. Let's see. Definitely not that one. That looks really good. That's just scalloped potatoes. That just looks like scalloped potatoes. Curry? Oh, curry sounds good. Grilled rat pig. Not gonna lie, that looks absolutely delicious. And I've got 29 rat pig meat. I'm gonna do it. It's got a little stamp on it.
I must admit, I'm rather proud of this dish.
Beautiful.
Wow. That's some weird-looking meat you're cooking.
Oh, it's got a
up there.
cutscene.
What is it exactly?
Yes.
That would be grilled rapig.
What?
They're so cute and
Whoa there,
adorable, and they
what's the
taste
big
delicious.
brouhaha?
It's rat pig. How could you cook something with such cute little eyes?
Just like
What did it
adorable
ever do to
little
you?
rat pigs.
I fail to see what the problem is. Rapigs are perfectly edible creatures. Having said that, I do realize it's become rather rare to eat them lately. What with people increasingly embracing them as pets and companions.
They definitely didn't fall out of fashion to eat because of their flavor, that's for sure.
I mean, we eat
Agreed.
horse too.
Rapigs have tender, fatty meat. The taste can take some getting used to, but I would argue that's part of its charm.
If the taste is too strong, I imagine you can either just cook it thoroughly or simmer it with some herbs to mask it.
Indeed. At first I wasn't sure whether to smoke it
Gotta
with
try everything
spices
that
or
once,
simmer it
right?
in water.
Yeah.
But
That's
I opted
exactly.
to grill it as
exactly
is
true.
instead.
Seriously, Dohalim? You have the weirdest tastes.
Fish.
That's probably because when you live the life of a lord,
Never
you
tried
grow tired
platypus.
of most
Maybe
ordinary
platypus is-
cuisine.
So you end up seeking out more unusual food.
I would never eat.
I don't know if that's good or
Platypuses
bad.
are my favorite animals. I
Well,
love them.
putting aside what it used to be, you've got to admit it does look pretty damn good. Meat is meat, after all.
That reminds me. I do believe
She's
I once
American,
read in
she
a
can't
book about
pronounce
rare delicacies,
herbs.
how one can go about preparing an owl. I suppose I won't have the chance to try it anytime soon.
Not with Hoodle, you won't.
Shove them in a stew. Let's go. Sweet, delicious. Hoodle, you will provide an excellent bonus for our next few battles. You will be delicious. Hoodle gives you superpowers for a single battle, but then he's yeeted from. What if that was a? You can eat Hoodle once, and he gives you superpowers. But then then he's gone from the game. Art casting mobility. Okay. I'll do that just to complete his circle. Oh, we're full up on it. We've used all our SP because we haven't done any battles. Next adventure on the road, better watch your owl closely. Licks lips, starts drooling. Is there anything here, or is it? Nope, guess that's it. Alright, onward to the Forbidden Zone.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Can we? I don't know if we can. Oh, we can. Yeah, let's get some more of that rat pig meat. Delicious rat pig meat for eating. Now, let's raise some more livestock for eating and legit only eating. Let's raise some sweet horses for that horse meat. Very, very important. Can I make new weapons? Ooh, I can. I can make an assault. Oh my god! Look at this gun! Oh, what is it? It's a cannon. It's literally a handheld cannon. It's... What the hell is this? Oh, I want it. Want it, need it. I need more money. I don't have enough money for anything. I have all the equipment in the... Okay, we're gonna save up our cash. We're not gonna buy any more. We're gonna just save up money like there's no tomorrow. Can I sell the rat pig meat? I have so much of it. I have so much damn rat pig meat. Okay, that actually gave me a decent amount. Wow. Okay, I've got 39 mystical Lumina cores. I don't need that much, right? I'll sell like half. There we go. Hard spherical shells. Don't need that many. Indomitable Gargantuabone. Probably don't need that many. What else do I have? This is all new stuff. So what about the old stuff? Where's my food? Where's food at? Materials. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, we've got plenty of materials. Look at that. Look at all these tomatoes. Oh, they don't sell for anything though. No, well, never mind. The rat pig meat sells for a frick load, but that's about it. Is that rat pig? It reminds you of Man Bear Pig. Pig. No, rat pig, like a rabbit, but a pig. So it's a rabbit with bunny ears and cute little bunny eyes. Until we murder it. Okay, we're good on stuff. I'm good on money. Let's get at least one weapon. I gotta get at least one weapon. Let's get the really fancy weapon for. Oh, but he's already got Atonement Edge. He's already got a really fancy one. Well, let's get Scudum Wren. I'm sorry, Scudum Wren. Oh, I like this one. Oh, look at how the pink protector. That's amazing. Its stats aren't as good as the Scudum Wren, but I love the pink protector. It's a kitty. Kitty shield. Also farm fence. Pretty sure I already have a farm fence. All right, let's get the Scudum Wren. I just like saying that word. All right.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Yeah, it's 100% edible then. Yeah, exactly. It's the best features of both a rabbit and pig. Oh, here's the dungeon. Well, here we go. Here's battle time. All right, let's just make sure. I'm gonna put my strategy to don't use any items. No items, because otherwise they use all their items and then I die.
Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Well, that was fast. There was zero dialogue, just battle time. Let's go.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
So everybody on this planet has literally been brainwashed. I don't remember what I was trying to level up with him, well. Yeah, I'm just gonna walk away from this guy. Don't mind me. And break.
Now you see what I can do.
That's my. I gotta remember how to battle. How to battle.
The enemy wields arms too.
That's right. Oh, that's right. I had the water move. I was trying to level up water. Okay. Okay. We have to get our water up. We have to. I want to get more of Rinwell's abilities unlocked. We're just gonna have to spam. Ow! Ow! That's not cool, ma'am. Alphen, you just 100% missed. Yeah, kick his butt. Oh, walk away slowly, walk away slowly, walk away slowly. Okay, we're good. I see Shion's over there using her best ability. Magna Ray! Ouch! Ow, stop! Stop shooting me! Stop it! Not cool, man. No, here comes another bullet. Got him.
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah.
You mean they didn't talk to us and they just straight up murdered us?
They just attacked without
Tried to?
warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in
Oh, they're all
Ganatheros.
literally brainwashed.
The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting
I would
us
say
know.
that's a safe bet.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries.
Oh, I hate that
At least we'll know
Volron's
to
still
keep our
alive.
wits about us.
Oh, I thought he was dead. Oh, man. I forgot he was still... yeah, he didn't die in that battle, did he? Oh, God. If I have to fight him again, I swear, I'm gonna be a sad, sad boy. I've got a grape gel. Sweet. Do you think they taste like grape? Is that how they heal you? They just taste really good? I don't need traditional medicine. I'm just gonna eat this delicious... This delicious apple flavored goop. Hi. You don't look cool. Oh, I don't like you guys. Oh, Halim, stop them from moving, please.
These ones can run rings around us.
In a bind.
Stop them from moving again, please. Keep doing that.
All disasters may one. Come to security.
I'm just gonna use all their boost abilities. I don't think they cast spells, so I'll just spam Rin Wells.
Leave the ensnaring to me. Yeah, and the puzzle to me.
Oh, wow.
All disasters may one.
Oh, they're tough though. I am not doing. This is gonna be a long battle. I'm actually not doing that much damage to them. Maybe I shouldn't be spamming. Okay, never mind. That works. I'll take that. I'll take that. Giant shield death. Yeah. Give him a big spanking. Hi, friend. Don't attack me, please. I'm casting a super awesome spell. Could you not? Don't hurt me. Actually, what's my arts? What's my arts? Okay, Divine Saber is my other one. What does Divine Saber do? I don't know. Oh. Oh, right. That's the super cool one. That's right. I remember now.
In an instant.
Spike him. Yeah. Does Volron break up into 5 Rapigs when he's not? That would be amazing. When these 5 Rapigs combine, they create the ultimate badass Superlord. What the heck is going on here? What are these things?
Seriously? Is this a joke?
That'll bring you down.
I guess I'm over level for this area because she's just like, this has got to be a joke.
Can't get out of this.
Kisara's got a little bit of sass in her. If you hear her dialogue when she's fighting. More water rats. Maybe I should, if I want to up my water abilities, maybe I should get a water spell that I can just spam like non-stop. Let's try that. I'm gonna spread all over the place.
Coming through. Ha! Now. Scarlet and
Hell yeah. Spread. Knock him down. Keep spreading. Spread. Constant spreading. All the spreading. Sir Frazer is redeemed. Hydrate.
I'll take you all on.
Thank you, Sir Frazer. I have to keep my throat moist so I can shout out my spell names as I cast them. Raging Cascade! Spread! Raging Cascade! Spread! Raging... Okay, did she have anything? Doesn't she go like blah 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 magic sometimes? She's literally just doing the same thing over.
Appreciate the help.
Spread! Raging Cascade! Spread! Raging Cascade! Spread! This is how you battle. This is how you do a fight. That's the one thing I don't like about a lot of the Tales of games, is that's a pretty common theme, is your arts get more powerful as you spam them, and you learn new stuff as you get more arts. So you have to, even if the art is not the best one to use in the fight, you have to use it just so you can level up your arts. So you're sitting here just doing this. Spread! There she goes. She said magic Kazam! Oh man, that thing is, it's getting mad. Fights against plant, uses water. That's a good point. If this was Pokemon, I'd be fucked. If this was Pokemon, I'd be screwed. He's not resistant against it, so I'm okay with this.
Can't get out of this.
Spam everything.
Won't save you.
Spread. Take this. A small torrent of water. Surely that will be enough to harm you in grievous ways. Some delicious water. Ow, ow. Yeah, get away, get away. Spin to win, spin to win, spin to win, spin to win. Over here.
Here, that'll bring you down. Not on my watch.
Uh-oh. Wow, he completely missed that attack.
It's time to finish this. Die! Consuming wildfire.
Oh, I love their Mystic Arts. I wish they had more Mystic Arts. I wish that was like I know they have like the level 2, but I think only Alphen and Xion have it right now. The second level Mystic Arts. The ones that do a brick load of damage. I want all the characters should. Ow! I'm alive. I'm okay. I'm okay. What difficulty am I on? Am I still on easy? No, I'm on hard. Okay. Sweet. I'm on so hard. Let's go. I just went backwards. Why did I go back? I get so confused. I end up going the wrong direction. I went the wrong way. No. Please don't respawn, any bad guys. That would be very nice of you. Could you not respawn because I went the wrong direction? Let's go! Can I avoid these guys? Can I avoid them? I can avoid them. Yeah, take that. Suck it. Uh-oh. 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 Go to the treasure chest. I got a shortcake recipe. Go to the Death Star, get a shortcake recipe. Easy peasy. Easy game.
Go no further.
Are you ready for my spread? I'm gonna be spreading all over you. There's nothing you can do against my. Ow! Fuck. Okay, that hurt. Stop it. Ow. Okay, don't do that anymore. I don't like that.
Can't get out of this.
I should have used Dohalim on the big werewolf guy, because that knocks him down instantly. I didn't think about that, but that's fine. Raging Cascade! Okay, I don't think... How much do I have to do before I get the next water? Boy, out of context, Astra. That is not... That is not... Sounds like a very different statement, let me tell you. That sounds... I didn't even think about how bad that sounds out of context. You would never take me out of context, would you, Astra? Of course not. You are my friend. Right.
In a bind. Need to pull myself together.
Yeah, that's so every once in a while, Rinwell will just go blah 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 magic. She like says all these like fancy things when she casts magic, and sometimes she'll just be like, fuck it. Magic and shit. It's really funny. I love it. Blah 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 magic.
With this, I can become even stronger.
Okay. What do we do? What are we looking at here? How's your oh wait, no, I have to go to status. If I go to status, I can check on her water strike ability, it's pretty good. It's at it's a 500, so the max level is 9999. So okay, Alphen I think has max level sword strike because I've done nothing but spam that the entire game. Shion actually has amazing gun strike and astral art because that's all she's been doing all game. I feel like it kind of sucks though. The characters who came in later didn't have as much time to really, like, Kasara came in a bit later, and I've used her almost exclusively since I've gotten her. And she's not very high level because she came so late in the game that her art proficiencies all suck butts. Law, I just haven't used at all, so all of his suck. Law's proficiencies are nothing. Doalim I've used a little bit, but yeah. What, do I have any super awesome wind abilities? I don't think I have any cool wind ones yet. Maybe I could, if I could upgrade their skins. Nope, I don't think she has any that she has access to. Well, that sucks. Nope, that's it. Oh well, we'll just keep spamming water. I don't honestly know if spamming spread is better than spamming Maelstrom. It's cooler to spam Maelstrom.
Is someone making them stand guard over the Forbidden Zone?
Forbidden Zone. The Forbidden Zone, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like straight up just a sexual innuendo.
No choice. Take this. Eat dirt.
Please, please no kill. Please no kill. I'm gonna use Divine Saber. Or Savior? She says Divine Savior, but the game pronounces it Divine Saber.
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Wow, that does so good against large enemies. I should be using that more often.
Where are you going?
Oh, we gotta kill him faster because we're out of CP. We're out of Kappa. We are out of Kappa. I need more Kappa, or else we're gonna start feeling some problems. We'll start having some problems. Yeah, because one swipe annihilates Alpha. He's dead now. That was a bad idea. Is he weak to lightning? Oh, I should be using... Yeah, I'm just gonna do this spell. Oh, we really need Kappa. Oh, we really need Kappa. I may be pushing it a little too far. I should have used items. Should I use items? Oh, but items are so expensive and I have no cash. I do have some orange gels. I could get a little bit of something. Let's get a little bit of something. That's okay. I'm okay with spending some orange gels. Even they hate the idea of saying their spell names constantly. She's like, Divine Savior, whatever, I don't know. Blah, 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 magic and shit. It's good enough. Sometimes she just goes, Magic Kazam! Which is a throwback to the mage character from Tales of Berseria. That was like her catchphrase. She would just yell out Magic Kazam. Oh, my god, he's so tech. That's like a boss. He's like a mini boss. He's so chunky. My computers just eat all of his damage. Like there's nothing else they could do besides eat his damage. It's delicious. Bam! Wailing magic of lightning! Fucking ow! What just happened? Why did I just die? What the heck is it? Oh my god, I'm pretty sure this was a boss at some point, and they just took the boss. I'm literally fighting boss level enemies.
Where are you going?
Law, you're gonna replace Still, Liam. Wailing Banshee of Lightning, go! Uh-huh. Oh, this is looking rough. Game's a lot harder when you're out of CP. That charge is ridiculous. That charge just, they're just like, hi, I'm sitting here. Now he's just like, bah, I'm coming over. I'm going over to give you a hug. They're like, no, please, no hugs. It's like, too bad, my hug is super awesome. You'll love it. This is not good. You guys need to focus on dodging, I think, is probably a good strategy. Here he comes. Here he comes. Dodge. Spin to win. Spin to win. Spin to win. Stop. That move is so cheap. Yeah, it's pretty. CP is this game's. It's specifically used for healing spells. It's mostly for recovery magics. That move sucks. That move sucks butts. I dislike that move. All right, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. I'm gonna rest up. We're gonna rest up. We're gonna get our CP back because holy frick, that boy is no joke.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
Maybe we can just avoid the other guys and just go to the big boy. Okay, hold on. Let's go defense up. Yeah, that's what I think we need.
Good. This came.
We need some serious defense up. Okay. I get anything out of those battles? Got some platinum dog tags. Oh, that was worth a lot. Okay, get some orange gels. And then get some life bottles. Okay. Let's go, I guess. It's giving me a bit of money, though, so that's good. I really don't like Red Woman's black eyes. I didn't realize she just has, like, black silhouetted eyes. I spilled a little water in my chest. That makes her really creepy. That makes her, like, way creepier. This way. Maybe I just avoid those guys. If I can't beat those things, I don't think I'm gonna do very good against the boss, though. Like, if I can't beat the Mantis, how am I gonna do against the boss? Yeah, I think all these green enemies are weak to lightning attacks, so I'm just gonna be spamming those. I would love to level up my water magic, but I don't think we have the luxury of leveling up my water magic. I don't think I have that. I don't think I can afford that. Excuse, no, could you not be here? Could you not? Oh god. Oh, okay, no. The wolves, they're super fast. You had your booster the other day, your muscle aches are annoying. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Yeah, good on you for getting the booster though. Good on you for that. Yeah, the muscle aches really suck. Really not a fan of that. Yeah, boy. Yeah, there we go. Keep him in there, knock him down, get all the stuff on him. Perfect.
Coming through.
Really wish the computer would do his level 2 ability more. That would be super cool.
This is the power of the blazing sword.
Alright. Okay, calm down, Alvin. Calm down. It was cool, but it wasn't that cool. This is a power of
I won't forgive you.
godliness!
This one's mine.
Now you see what I can do.
I think I'll pass on the handshake. Healing circle.
Ignite!
Glacial spear. Pierce evil. In your dreams.
Do I have a quicker move that comes out faster? Like, maybe let's try Shooting Star. I think Shooting Star is better. I'm pretty sure it is.
No further.
What? No, I said Shooting Star. You did the wrong one. Hold on, let's try it again. There we go. Oh. Okay, Shooting Star is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, I like Shooting Star. Should get closer to him so I can hit him with magic. Maybe. I don't think. You know what? I take it back. I don't want to get close to him. He's gonna kill me with that one-shot move he gets when he's low health. Really don't like that ability. He just he uses like Razor Fang or something like that. Some Pokemon Scyther move. Just absolutely destroy Wind Cutter. And I don't appreciate it.
Now you see what I can do. No further.
I'm just gonna spam all the boost attacks all at once because I can. Far beyond the darkest skies. Ow, ow. That wasn't cool. Yeah, get the Mystic Arts. Who else has light moves? Is it just... I think other characters got light moves, don't they? Do you have any light moves? Nope. No, you do not. What about... Dolium? Do you have some light moves? Nope. You have dark moves. You have literally the opposite of light moves. Okay, here's one. Arania Noobs. Arania Noobs. Activated by Olin, but Kasar's got to have something, doesn't she? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna go through all her abilities. I thought she had. Nope. Oh, here we go. She's got Piercing Roar. Piercing Roar is her one light move, or electric move. So, I guess that's it. Wow, you're really limited to just using. Okay, wait. Law's got his. Law's Mystic Art is a lightning ability. Oh, interesting. Should I use that? Huh. Should I try Law once? I don't know if I should. I don't want to. I take it back. I don't want to try Law. Although Law, I've heard Law is actually really good in terms of battles. I just haven't used him because I hate his character. I haven't been the biggest fan. Okay, we might have to go full on just. We're just gonna have to do my patented strategy that was shown to me by Arvani. Raining slash spam. Oh, what the hell? Is that healing? Wait, hold on. What? No, okay. I saw green words appear when I raining slashed him, and I was very scared. He's Zephyr. That's true. He is Zephyr's son. You know, that gives him some cred. That's the only cred he has. Oh, it's so much easier when I just play as Alphen. Just play as Alphen. Free win. Ow. You know, it could be because Rinwell doesn't have the best weapon either. That could also be it. Maybe I need to upgrade their weapon. Law is the punchy boy.
Am I on a roll or what?
Should I try Law? Do you guys think I should try Law? He's very good against single enemies because he stun locks them into oblivion. He just constantly punches things. He's very good at like one-on-one duels.
I won't forgive you.
Play as Alpha.
Gunslinger around here.
Do that. Law, I need you to punch him. There we go. Yeah, he stopped the spell. Okay, good. Oh, never mind. He's still got the spell off. I take it back.
That's my cue.
Shut him down.
Oh, we screwed up. I hate these wolves. They're so fast. Oh, it ruined my Mystic Art combo. Oh, I was so close to doing a very awesome. I was doing a second level Mystic Art. And the wolf just runs away because the wolves. I hate the fast enemies. I hate them. They're so annoying. I hate the fast enemies and I hate the spellcasters. I hate those two enemies. The bad boys. Of course he is. He wouldn't have been in Tekken if he wasn't. Wait, who? Who was in Tekken? Law wasn't in Tekken. That would be insane. That would be hilarious. Wait, what? Like an actual character, or just somebody that looks like it? It is the same company, I think, right? Is it Bandai Namco? Fuck! They are the same. Tales of Company and the Tekken Company is the same one. Are you serious? Law wasn't. No. Law wasn't in Tekken. That'd be silly. His full name is Martial Law. Is that a character in Tekken? Is there someone just named Martial Law? It is the same company though, which is hilarious. I gotta look this up now. Tekken Martial Law. Oh yeah, this guy. I've seen him before. It's a character from the Tekken fighting. It's really funny. They're the same. I think Bandai Namco is also Bandai Namco. Yeah, it's Bandai Namco. So Bandai Namco has two characters in their franchises named Law. Also, what kind of name is Martial Law? That's the funniest. That's amazing. I need to be. I can't be renewing. Okay, let's try and play as Law. Let's give Law his time to shine. Switch him out with Sar. Sar isn't doing anything. Okay, I haven't really messed with Law a whole lot, so let's look at his abilities. He's got nothing. He is low on everything. I haven't upgraded his. I have not used him. Therefore, all his abilities suck butts. Oh no. Oh, we're in trouble. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Uh-oh. Okay, I've got Tectonic Punch. That seems cool, right? So many chain attacks.
No further. Double demon fang.
Gosh, Law's ability to just spam like there's no tomorrow is ridiculous. Keep spamming, Law. Keep spamming like there's no tomorrow. Keep going. We also need his patented chain ability. Tuitano Punch is okay, but nothing beats. Oh, I've already got Talon Storm. Never mind. I take it back. Just as you were, Law. I already have Talon Storm. Talon Storm, Talon Hurricane, so many talents.
Now you see what I can do.
That'll bring you down.
Wow, we're actually not doing too bad. Actually, he needs some air arts too. Hold on. Let's slap some air arts on him. Eagle Dive. Let's put Eagle Dive. What's Fang Bolero? Unleashes the forest. Sure, why not? And Glimmer Dragon sounds cool. Those all sound like abilities I can use. Ow.
Time to let it rip. No further. Coming through.
You guess if Square Enix can have a Sid with an airship at every Final Fantasy game, we can't begrudge Bandai Namco with their 2 laws. That's true. You're not wrong. My gosh, he's just all over the Law, you madman. Just look at all the punches he's doing. Just constant punches.
I don't even know the word defeat.
Too slow.
Nothing gets by me.
Try this.
Damn it. Don't leave me.
What's this?
Mega Ray. It's time to finish this.
He just keeps on punching. He just keeps going.
Consuming wildfire.
He's definitely the character you want if you want to get more combos.
All mine.
That'll bring you down.
Can't get out of this.
Now, bring you back to your
Get him!
toasty.
Burn strike.
Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in high demand if that's the case.
I need healing. Did I grab... Was there an item over here? Or did I just die to the nearest... Yeah, I just died to the big praying mantis before I could grab it. Can I sneak in here and grab it? Regenerative crystal. Regenerative crystal. Run! Oh, he's got stuck on a wall. Shit! Oh, poopy. Okay, let's try this again. Here we go. Okay, I'm too high. I'm too high in the air. Help, let me down. Okay, there we go.
You see what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done that. I'll crush you!
Get him!
Lightning reflexes!
Yeah, they're weak against his Mystic Art, which immediately makes him very good against all these monsters.
I've let you all down.
Ow. He's very squishy. Well, it's very squishy, though. His weakness, super squish. Alright, I feel like Rinwell's better here because the area of effect abilities are really good against these guys. So we're just going to use area of effect on these guys. Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to spam AoEs on these guys because they're so jumpy. I can't really keep on him with the law. He's good against one-on-ones, like I said. He's good against one person, but as soon as you introduce more.
In a bind, you require a head.
Okay, and then Dolim, you smack this guy. Knock him down, knock him down. Cast it. We're gonna cast Shooting Star over here on this guy. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I've got a friend. I've got a friend. I've got a friend. Fight me over here. Fight me next to the giant ball of death. Poopy! It turns out that once we're low on CP, everything goes to shit. Once CP is out, that's it. A game over. You really gotta keep spamming healing spells to stay in the game. Oh. Not cool!
Denied! Can't get out of this!
We need to get somebody with that orange shell. Let's get some CP. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're okay. Survive. Just live. Just run. Oh god. Spin to win. Help. Oh god. Oh.
No, never. Stay strong. Everyone, get back. It's too dangerous. Raging cascade. I still got the fight in me.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh my gosh, they will not leave me alone. Get off of my ass! Please help me! Maybe I should just play Alpha. I might just play Alpha. Alpha might be the way to go here. Alpha might be the way to go. Maybe not Rinwell. They are really fast. They attack Rinwell too much. I don't think I can really pull Rinwell off. Okay, it's fine. You just grab all the sweet, delicious Rockies. Yum. And we move on with our lives. Here we go. Oh, I don't know if I can fight you guys. I'm really low on all my stuff. Can I get around him? Fuck! Nope. No, I cannot. All right, we're gonna play as Alphen on this one. Can I chain? Okay, there we go. I got my Mystic Art off. That should kill him. Nope, it didn't kill him. How about now? Are you dead yet? Oh gosh. Stop. Stop jumping. Stop. Stay still. If you say die one more time and jump. Ow! The wolf says hi. There we go. Oh. Okay, we got the combo blast. That's what I was hoping wouldn't happen. Maybe we'll just play as Rinwell for a little bit and spam things. Oh man, this game got real hard real fast. I'm dying to like basic enemies. Got him.
Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us?
Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit. just a little. Oh, we're so close. Think I can sneak past him and get over here? Oh, there we go. Got it. Easy peasy. That's a lot of money. Okay, that makes me feel a little better about... I'm going to definitely spend some grape gels and heal everybody up a little bit. Okay, and then we've got some an apple gel. That does not do much, does it? Okay. Ooh, okay. And I'm gonna do one orange gel for this battle specifically. Just so we have a little CP to fight this. Or we just move on with our lives. That works too. Please tell me this leads to the boss and I don't have to fight any more ads. If it does lead to the boss, we might be screwed actually, because I didn't save ahead of time, so that kind of sucks.
This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought
Punch
this
it.
was Sovereigns only.
Punch through wall. Big
Alphen.
wall punches. Is he gonna touch her and get the superpower for the super blade? Or does he not have to touch her? I thought he had to like give her a hug or something so he gets his superpowers. Nope, he's just like, I'm gonna use my badass Renis Alma. I forgot we had that. Wait, we don't have the Renis Alma. I'm crazy. No, so the red lady stole it.
If
Why does Alphen
still opens
Why is
the way,
Alphen able to do this
it
shit?
seemed the sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
Oh.
What?
What the?
Sir Frazer. We have to touch her to get to the Forbidden Zone. Nope.
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Dahnan. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted.
Also, why did
for
your audio
myself.
quality drop
But
like 10 notches?
They said Rena's prosperity depended on it.
Past audio
How
quality
could
is
I
much
say no
worse.
after that?
Still, as a Renin, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway.
Until our minds are blanked for 300 years.
So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renins, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
So her original name was...
You're not like the others.
Naori, right?
Maybe they're not like me.
So I guess, yeah, her original name is
Here's what
Naori,
we'll do.
And then at some point
We
it
give them their
changed to
damn
Shion.
ceremony. You get me to Dana.
I will go to sleep for 300 years, and that'll be it.
I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
I mean, that's pretty much Shion in a nutshell, Sir Frazer. She's like tsundere.
What the hell just happened?
It's not like I like you or anything,
Did
Bubaka.
everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to. She looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't
It's
that right?
definitely just you, Shion. There's no way that's not
right.
just you.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
Oh, everybody saw it?
That's all very
Oh,
well and
shit.
fine, but what did we just witness exactly?
That's a good question.
Too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an
Fraser,
episode straight
Fraser,
out of your
sorry.
past?
Fraser, I was.
How was that even?
No, I don't think so.
Oops,
Why not?
I accidentally pressed the button.
You guys didn't feel it?
I'm sorry,
The moment
Fraser.
the entrance
I keep
opened,
forgetting.
It was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing.
Waffles.
Maybe
I'm
it's
okay
not
with
even
this.
as deliberate as all that.
I'm okay with this, Sir Fraser.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah, it was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past.
Depends on how much
Do you
drugs
think you can
we do.
handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else.
So we're
you
just gonna,
always stay
yeah,
the
let's just
same.
find the top dog.
Your
Let's do what
indignation
we've
and
always
righteous
done.
passion,
Find the top
your
dog,
desire to
murder
free
them,
and protect. They're all
and
hardwired
everybody's
into you.
safe and free.
Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.
Oh yeah, definitely boss. Boss time. Here we go. Good thing I wasted that orange gel before I came here. Alright, here we go. This is gonna be rough. Wait, hold on. Before I save, I'm gonna strategy, custom strategy. Use all the items ever. We're gonna play as Alphen. How do I make sure I play as Alphen? There we go. We play as Alphen. Save it again. Alright, here we go, guys. Oh boy, let's see how this turns out for good old Waffles. Please don't be some humanoid enemy. The humanoid enemies suck butts. I hate them so much. They're so much more stronger than all the other ones. God damn it. Please don't tell me you have superpowers and you're gonna fight us.
Faria, how did
Please
you
don't
get
tell
in
me.
here?
Wait, something about her isn't right.
What's wrong with her? She doesn't even seem to know where she is.
Yeah,
It's drugs.
you're right. She looks just like the soldiers we encountered outside.
Oh, she got a special ball. Oh, she got a ball. Oh, she got the bad ball. The wind one? Which one is that? All right. Hello, say hi to my demon from hell. What?
A summoning?
But
That?
that's preposterous. She never had that kind of power when...
We can talk later. Here it comes.
Here comes the hell demon. What the heck is that thing? Tormented limbs? Oh, I hate that.
Like that before?
How about with a stone that looks suspiciously like a master core?
Where did she get her hands on that?
Oh, so many questions.
Then we get some answers.
Gonna knock him down. Okay, I can boost break. Sweet. Ooh, God, I don't like that. I don't like his abilities.
I'll leave it to you.
Yeah, Cassandra, just keep holding up that shield. Could you just do that for the entire time?
Now you've gone and ticked me off.
Knock him down again, knock him down. Alright, and use everything. Just Dragon Swarm, Raining Slash, Raining Slash, Raining Slash, spam! Stuff to recharge.
Appreciate the help.
I'm gonna use a lot of my HP to do some serious damage on him. There we go. Yeah, totally worth it. Heal me, please. I need health. Somebody needs to heal good old Wobbles. Wobbles needs healing. I'm just gonna run around in the healing circle. Just gonna run around in the healing circle. Okay, we're good. See if we can knock him down. Did I knock him down? Did I get him? Yes, I did. Okay. Here we go. Explosive ring. Okay. We're doing good. We're actually doing amazing against this. I died. I take it back. Bring me back from Decibus, please. Okay. Come here. Really wish I could hit his head. But air moves are not mine. I am not good at air moves, I gotta say. Just not good at them. Come here. There we go. Okay. Half health. He's at half health. God, look at each of those attacks does like 1,000 damage. That's so good. Especially when you use all your health. You might want to run away. Blue mode. Oh god. Oh nope. 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 Not dealing with that. No. Stay away, please. Why did I Divine Saber way over here? That was a terrible one. Could you stop Naruting over? He keeps teleporting onto me. Okay, I think he's back to normal. Oh, thank God. Yes, he is. Take it. Eat my sword slappies. Eat my sword slappies. I will slap you, and there's nothing you can do. Except for turn around and murder me. Just don't do that. As long as you don't do that, there's nothing you can do about it. Of all the things you can do things about, don't do that. Just keep spamming stuff on him. Just keep spamming stuff all over his ass. Just spam his ass. I will spam your ass so hard. Yeah! Okay, and then we unleash a full health super blast. Check this out. Yeah! Oh, he turned blue. Oh, that's bad. That was a very inopportune moment for him to turn blue boy. Really wish he hadn't done that. Resuscitate me, please. Okay, that's good. I'm doing some serious damage to him. Am I gonna beat a boss on the first try on hard mode this late into the game? This will be the first time in a while. I can do this. We're wailing on him. Yes! You will never get to do an attack! Always blue mode. Okay, here comes the teleport. Here comes the teleportation. Right into my face. Nope, missed. Okay, we're so close. I can do this. I believe in myself. I believe in the waffles. Believe in the syrup and the butter. Power of the syrup, power of the butter. Power of the syrup, power of the butter. Also the power of numerous items.
Try this.
Ooh, dodge. He's so close.
You picked the wrong fight.
Here we go! Yes! Suck it! Oh, baby! Oh, I beat a boss on the first try.
Now it's just her.
Victory hydration.
Faria, can you hear me? Faria!
She's preparing another summoning.
I swear if there's a...
The art she's casting is way too powerful to control. At this rate, her body won't be able to take much more. Dohalim!
Forgive me.
Ow.
Man, I thought we were goners.
It would have been way
Everything
more
okay?
convenient if,
Yes.
if we had shot that
She's
orb
only
at
unconscious.
before the battle
Not
started.
her. I meant you.
Shion, please, can you treat her?
I can try, but I can't promise she'll be back to her real self when she wakes up. All I can do is heal her physically.
We're not even supposed to be in here. Maybe it'd be better if we moved her to somewhere a little safer.
Yeah, this is
Don't you
fine.
think?
There's only giant praying
In that
mantises
case,
roaming around everywhere.
I'll take her off your hands.
You? Avakir, what are you doing here?
I was curious what you were up to, so I took the liberty of following you to find out. I overheard what you said about Tarnigan, about how he really died. I'm sorry, I had no idea.
And you believed me? What makes you so sure I wasn't lying?
I like to think I know you a little better than that, Dohalim. Give me some credit.
Oh, you were another guy in the
I'll
band.
take Faria. Leave her with me.
So there was her,
I know better than
that
to ask
glasses
what you're
guy,
up to,
Dohalim,
but
and
whatever
then
it
the
is,
guy he killed.
I hope it all works out.
Thank you.
They were all gonna make the greatest band ever, and then the band broke up because murder. Or Dohalim didn't kill him; he killed himself.
He seems like a good friend.
He hasn't changed. He never was one to stand out. Instead, he was always hanging back, worrying about everyone else. As for Faria, it's always the closest to me who get hurt.
You don't seriously blame yourself for what happened to her, do you?
Somebody got to her, to strike back at me. Someone who knew
Yeah,
me
so
well
somebody's
enough to know
really
that I'd
good
hesitate to
at
fight
mind control
back.
powers. I'm gonna
And
guess
the
it's
same
the
goes for
blank-eyed
you
lady
as well.
in red,
Neither
because she
you
appeared
nor
right behind
Faria
her
would have lost loved
before
ones
we moved on.
if it wasn't for me.
Lady in red is definitely
You're wrong.
100% the culprit.
Kelzelik was the one who killed my brother. Under orders from
I have
Oladria.
zero doubts in my
As for
mind.
Tarnigan, if
Lady
it
in
weren't for
red's
the
a
crown
bad
contest,
girl.
he'd still be alive. That and the whole damn hierarchy that makes it possible. But that's why we're fighting. To put an end to this whole messed up system that treats people as expendable.
Indeed.
Yeah, you tell him, Kisara,
Ridding
mommy.
society of this blight is really the only way I know how to atone for my sins.
You can't atone, Dohalim. I know it hurts to hear, but those people are dead. No amount of soul-searching or trying to make amends is going to change that.
Damn, Kisara. Holy shit.
Forgiveness, acceptance, those ships
You
have
cannot
sailed.
atone.
So I just
Give up.
forget the harm I caused?
No, the opposite, in fact. You remember. You never forget. You keep it in your heart always. And then you go on living. Not for those already past, but for those still alive.
For those still alive.
Kisara's right. So long as
Kisara's
we've still
always
got
right.
breath in our bodies, we can make a difference in the lives of others. Lives being the operative word.
That's what living's all about. Being able to still make a difference. Punishing yourself for the past
Kisara
won't
so
make
wise.
the pain of your conscience go away.
Only fixing the problem in its stead. Is that what you're saying?
That's right. You have to live for tomorrow, Dohalim, not for yesterday. And not only that, you need to live for yourself, and for the change that you still can be.
I shall try.
Don't forget, we've
Well,
still
that
got
was
a
easy.
mystery to solve. The Forbidden Zone, remember?
Shion,
To the Forbidden Zone.
thank you.
Let's go touch things we're
You
not
have my
supposed to.
deepest gratitude for what you did for Faria.
Glad to be of service.
I'm glad we could stop Faria without hurting her.
You all did much for her as well. I'm most grateful.
Oh, shucks. We're on the same team, right? Let's move on.
Do you think Faria was really being controlled by someone?
Certainly seem
I'm
that way.
pretty sure
The question
there's
is who? The Red
there's
Woman?
no doubt about that.
The same person who's behind all of this, I'll bet. Whoever that is.
Lady in red.
Brainwashed or
Creepy,
otherwise.
creepy
the
lady in
feelings
red
of
with the blank
resentment she
eyes.
holds towards me are real.
Someone used her because they knew we'd hold back. If that's not playing dirty, I don't know what is.
It does tell us one thing at least. Someone here in Lenegis is watching us. Someone who means us harm.
There's no question. That attack was meant
We
for
haven't really
us alone.
spoken to Lady in
By
Red.
someone
She
capable
literally
of
hasn't
getting
said
inside
a
a person and
single
manipulating
word
them
this
like a
entire
weapon.
game.
We need to find whoever it is, fast.
Like, you would think you'd get some dialogue with the bad guy or something like that. But she, like, for some reason she hasn't said a single thing, which makes me think that maybe she's just like the peon of an even bigger bad guy or something like that.
What is it, Rinwell? Do you hear something again?
Yeah. It's that voice.
The will of Dana's astral energy.
I sure jumped to that conclusion real fast. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Oh, whoa. Whoa, what the heck? I don't like this place. Really not a fan of the weird bone and flesh colored platform.
What? There's so much astral energy. But where's it all coming from? It's almost like it's alive.
Okay. What the fuck is that? What? There's a demon living inside your eyeball, Shion. I don't know if you knew that. You've got a demon in your eyeball. You got eyeball demon. Okay. Well, that happened. That, what? Am I the bad guy? Am I the final boss? Is it me?
That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
Is that when he got the Renaissance?
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... Like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
That sounds not
An
good.
empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there aren't even words to describe it. The end of time.
Well, that escalated quickly.
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
Okay, well, things just went from bad to worse. Apparently, there's a
So,
demon
everything
hanging
we
out
just
inside
saw,
of Shion.
Those were Naori's
Demon
memories,
from
right?
hell that wants to eat the universe.
That's right.
That's
It
cool.
was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us.
If it's a demon, we can beat it up, right?
That power flowing into her. It reminds me of Shion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago.
Did we?
No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy, right? And isn't that something only Renans have?
Correct. Dark astral energy is possessed by Renans alone.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops its own form of sentience.
Okay.
If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what the Renan astral energy's will is wishing for.
So
But why?
There's so much magic that it's got a
I don't know.
big
Will
evil
can
brain
be a
that's
pretty
like,
vague thing
you
to nail
destroy
down.
all.
It's more of a feeling.
Is that
Just
what
like the will of
destroyed
Dana.
Rena? Is that what ate
The
Rena
will
and
of
destroyed
Dana
it?
is made up
Is
of
that why it's
astral
gone?
energy too, right? And if that's what's been showing us these visions, I don't know. Should we really be getting so involved with this?
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
Let's not
You
bother.
can't
Let's head
say that
back.
for sure.
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get us nowhere.
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us. But if it could lead us to the truth, then I want to find out more.
Shion's right.
Me too.
All
I
we can do is
have
keep
no
going.
idea what's going on.
If these really are Naori's memories we're watching, there could be truths in them I was never aware of. And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confront if we're going to keep fighting.
If by confront you mean hit it with more swords.
I'm sorry
then
about
all
what I
for
said
it.
earlier. Come on, let's go.
Sorry about wussing out for a second there. It's okay, Law.
Finally,
That's your MO.
we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source.
What's
A
happening?
ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still
I
don't
can't
know how
control
to get
myself.
rid of them.
What is happening?
I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth behind Shion's thorns. As well as my own past, I have to be ready to face anything. But whatever happens, I
We're gonna
just need
turn
a little
around.
time first. I want to make sure I go into whatever comes next completely prepared.
Is this final boss or something? What is happening? Am I entering final boss? Is that what's happening? I'm so
That vision we
confused.
saw.
Is this final
It
boss?
was as if it was meant specifically for us.
Is final boss this?
What do you make of it? Do you still think the will of Dana might be involved somehow?
Maybe it's trying to tell us something. But what?
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like seeing dead people, messages from beyond the grave, ghost type stuff.
I think
That's
this
your
might be a
grand
final
theory?
boss.
That we're being haunted? Come on, Law.
Wait, he might be closer to the mark than you think.
Oh, we're far away.
What
It's
if
not
the
final
person's
boss.
thoughts and
Sad
deeds
face.
were to somehow become indelibly etched into the ether of a place? And what if those with a connection could then somehow pick up on them?
Although kind of not sad
You
face,
think
'cause I
that's what
want
it
more.
was?
I
Some
want
kind
more.
of message
I
someone
need
left
more.
here for us?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether it was Dana's will, or somehow connected to the Sovereign and Maiden's powers, I do not know.
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of enough astral energy, it can somehow show us events that happened centuries ago?
More to the point, how does that much astral energy gather in one place anyway? Seems unlikely it happened naturally.
Whatever it was, It survived here intact for 300 years. Whoever left it for us, the strength of their intent is beyond doubt.
The strength of
Can
their
I hit it
intent.
with sword and murder it? That's the real question. Is bad can hit with sword? Is murdered can do? I would love that. I'm gonna save it here, because I'm gonna stop for today. Because we're getting pretty late. We're getting pretty far. I gotta get some food inside of myself. And we can continue this on another day. I'm not sure, like, where is it going? Where is this going? There's like there's way more questions than there are answers right now. It's like, and more things happened. And more things happened, and more things were revealed. Like, this part of the game, just absolute mind blow part. I'm so curious as to where all of this is like going. I think that Rena is dead. The other planet that has been tormenting us for so long is actually dead. They're all living, the last of the remnants of them are living on this Death Star, and they're trying to eat Dana because that's the only way they can survive. And whatever that darkness is with the thorns and the demon inside of the eyeball demon, whatever entity that is the one that's also responsible for killing Rena. Like, they died a long time ago, and they're just trying to survive. That's my theory. I don't know that I could be very wrong, but I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So I'm super curious. But we'll have to continue it on next Wednesday. So let's find somebody to raid. Okay, let's go find somebody to raid. Let's see. Let's you know who I haven't raided in a very long time? I haven't raided Captain Panda. Which I like this boy. I like Captain Panda. I've seen him in a few streams. I've seen him on VR chat and stuff like that. He's a very wholesome boy. Let's go raid him. I'm not sure what he's doing though. Captain Panda. Captain Panda? Oh, I spelled it wrong. Did I? Nope. That's a different Captain Panda. Oh, it's Capitan Panda. Oops. There we go. Okay. Give Capitan Panda some love, guys. I'll be streaming on Friday, probably do maybe finish Security Breach of Five Nights at Freddy's. We'll see how that goes. I've also got a whole bunch of other spoopy games lined up, so we'll see how everything goes, and we'll do some more spoopy games on Fridays. So, everybody, give Capitan Panda some love. And I'll see you all on Friday. I hope you guys have an awesome evening. Bye, everybody, or morning, or afternoon, whatever time it is for you guys.